We are live. Welcome everyone who's joining on this rather significant occasion. Yeah, so I'm gonna let people come on and filter in gradually. I'll lower the volume a little bit on the music. You guys can still hear the music a little bit in the background, but it's not overpowering my voice. That's good. Well, it's certainly been a couple of days, hasn't it? Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna okay. I'm not even ready to even begin this stream. It's been a roller coaster of a few weeks. And quite frankly, I don't even know how to begin with this discussion. But I do want to thank everyone for joining tonight because we have a lot to talk about. Not all of it has to do with Lily Orchard, of course. There are some topics that happened this week that were more non-Orchard related, one of which I think I should mention is because of how tragic it is, but I'll bring it up after the big news because I feel like, regarding Truth, Hope, and Love. Thank you for the super chat. Someone tried to get Doug Walker to help you against Lily. He said he is not familiar with the issues and how he could help. Oh, that's you know what? For all my criticisms of Doug Walker, that at least I feel like that was genuine. But also that's interesting. I think I actually saw someone mention that to me elsewhere, but I had no idea what they were talking about. That's wild, though. Of course, Doug Walker, I have my criticisms of him, many of which I think are justified because of his specific review style, but that even still, the fact he even said that is, that's cool, I think. I think it's really cool. But, we have a nice Pokemon background. Yeah, I know, it's pretty... so Doug Walker is the nostalgia critic. I've criticized his stuff a couple times. And the thing is, I do want to emphasize that with all my criticisms of anyone, I always think that what I'm saying is ultimately, how do I phrase this again? Whenever I criticize a media critic, I'm criticizing their perspective on media. I'm criticizing their perspective on the arts. I'm never criticizing necessarily them as a person. Except for Lily Orchard, who I feel kind of gets a different treatment, we'll say, for obvious reasons. Oh my goodness, I'm just noticing right now how many people are in chat. 256 people in chat. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a lot. I don't know what to say to y'all. I guess I have to wait for people to file in the chat today, do I? Doug Walker continues to be useless. I mean, in fairness, how would he know what to do? That's, in general. But still. Wow, that is a lot of people in chat. I am surprised. Truth, Hope, and Love, thank you again for the super chat. Wow. Hey, how do you feel about the preschool show Bluey and how it has an adult fan base, almost like My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic? I'll say this. I'm not really familiar with Bluey all that much. I actually have not seen it. My spouse, however, is a special education teacher, so I've heard good things about Bluey through her. And for the most part, I hear it's a really good show. I know it deals with a lot of adult issues that are really compelling, and I think that's a really good thing for media to appeal to families of the whole spectrum. Do I feel like it's... I mean, even with My Little Pony, I felt that it was okay that it was appealing to adults because animation and media can appeal to a large group of people. That's all valid and good, I think. Anyway, there's a couple super chats just came in. I'm going to read Blue Baron's first because it's small and will fade faster. So, Blue Baron, thank you for the super chat. Congrats. Imagine inviting a scene this sinister looking. That's fair. I love it. Oh, Miles Lee, thank you for the super chat. That's incredible. I just finished my video on Lil's Gen 5 thing. The raw Gen V thing. The raw narrative file came out to 57 minutes. Wow. I'm having to edit it sporadically for my own mental health. Yeah. Take long exposure to Lily Orchard's dangerous. Doctors recommend you do not expose yourself to Lily Orchard too much. Though that does not exculpate Lily Orchard to her audience. Oh my goodness. I'll stop that. Rosen Germain, thank you for the super chat. Would Lily be comparable to Vriska from Homestuck? Please don't ruin Vriska for me like that. I love Vriska. That's a controversial opinion, I know. I've always loved Vriska as a character, even though she is a menace to society. But I guess maybe. The guy, thank you for the super chat. As long as Bluey doesn't get a... Oh, God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that being the... Like, how do you even get... I mean, I know My Little Pony had a problem with nationalist socialists, we'll say. But I know YouTube hates that word if I say it out loud. But no, yeah, that's actually kind of... I hope Bluey doesn't have that problem. That'd be really bad. Vriska did nothing wrong. Yeah, Vriska and Griffith did nothing wrong. Agreed, chat. Thank you for your noble opinion there. I'm seeing a lot of Vriska did nothing wrong. Wow, people love Vriska. Will June the King cancel Lily? Well, we'll get to that later. And I also think it's important to note that there have been some developments with Lily and her channel that I do want to bring up, and I'll bring up the full thing and do it to show you. Something that my good friend Jazzy pointed out, and Jazzy, of course, was on 2 of the 5 streams restored today, that I had suspected for a while, but Jazzy confirmed, and I'm going to show it to you in a bit. Wait, and you drew me a Scott Pilgrim. That's right, you did mention that, I think, in Discord. Baichi, thank you for the super chat. Remember, June the King said Lily Orchard was the most vile thing he has covered, and he's covered stalkers. That is true. That is very true. I think it's really interesting that this is the most vile thing. I think June must have found something that either people have been saying for a while in rumor, or he found like an actual thing. We also have Sabine in the chat. Shut it, Edork. Thank you for the super chat, Sabin. Sabin is a longtime fan of Lily Orchards, who I think has since been banned from all of Lily's socials. So, you know, we'll keep them around, keep them around. I'm not sure what your pronouns are actually, Sabin, to be honest with you. So tonight we're drinking some bourbon, bullet bourbon specifically. I was gonna get something more exotic, but I figured bourbon will do for now. I also have a beer I'll get later, and water, of course, because hydration's important. Yeah, Octo Ari, thank you for the super chat. Maniac laughter, something like this. Like that. Good. Yeah, definitely. Don't be like me and watch an 8-hour unedited Lily Orchard stream VOD, supposedly covering Pokemon's postgame. Oh dear Lord, yes, you went into that on Discord. I saw it. So Octo is on my Discord, which you can access too if you become a member of my channel or Patreon. So Octo went through a post-game VOD for that Lily Orchard did on Pokemon in all the games. She covered, I believe, some Black and White too. She did a little bit of post-game on Johto, and honestly, proved that she really did not know what she was talking about with anything. It was actually really sad watching Octo get through that, because it was just like one thing after the other of like just wild, really bizarre takes, and just proving that. And she barely even played the game. It was like 8 hours of post gameplay, but barely played it. Nick Wolf, thank you for the super chat. Doug Walker coming in with the chair on your behalf would make this the wildest WWE storyline ever written. Congrats, here's to future wins. If Doug Walker did that, I would genuinely be so stunned. That would be wild, especially after criticizing Doug Walker. It would be completely wild. But anyway, I do know we did get Guru Larry in the chat at one point. He gave a comment that was pretty wild. Guru Larry, of course, is the winner of the Channel Awesome Survivor series, where he was the last one on the Channel Awesome side, aside from Doug Walker before it was shut down. That was actually really cool. He gave some advice, saying, hey, these strikes, they're easy to take care of. 14 days and they're out, which made me look back on I'll get that in a second. But no, actually, Guru Larry, his comment made me reevaluate the initial message that YouTube sent us, because YouTube sends you an email saying, hey, if in 10 business days we don't hear back from the person who filed the copyright claim, we will bring your video back, what have you. And Guru Larry saying 14 made me double check it, because I thought 10 days, not 10 business days, because I don't really think about business days all that often. Truth, Hope, and Love, thank you for the super chat. Hot take, I think Jigglypuff is better than Adele. Okay, given that, I do think we'll get to Rachael Lillis later. I do want to talk about that later as well, because that meant her performance in Pokemon meant a lot to me growing up, so I do want to bring that up later. And she voiced Jigglypuff. That's why I was thinking of that. Yeah, a Jigglypuff is the best. I'm, of course, a little biased right now but no, 100%. Octo Ari, thank you again for the super chat clarifying the situation. She only did Blue and one Gym of Gen 2 post-game. Then it just developed into madness about siblings cuddling and Mass Effect. In case you're not sure, but Mass Effect is not in the Pokemon post-game. It's wild. I think I made this comment in Discord, but I would like to be. Would it be appropriate to say Lily Orchard is the female mysterious Mr. Enter? I don't know. I don't know enough about Mr. Enter to give a fair statement about that. I do know his take on turning red involving the 9/11. I do know that, but no. Brianna, thank you for the super chat. You're a wonderful, positive channel, and I would love to make fan art. Also, have any thoughts on Echoes of Wisdom? Echoes of Wisdom, that's the new Zelda game, right? Well, first off, you do not need my permission to draw fan art, even if it's making fun of me. You are fully welcome. If you feel positively enough about what I do to draw fan art of me, I am overjoyed and happy about that. I think it's incredible. Echoes of Wisdom, though, I'm pretty excited about it. That's the Zelda game we play as Zelda, right? That looks so cool, and I love the gameplay mechanics of that. Based on what we've seen so far, I think it's really incredible. I think it's super cool, and I'm excited to see where they go with it. Bachi, F's in chat for our VA. Yes, F's in chat for Rachael Lillis. That's press F for respect for Rachael Lillis. We'll get to that later. I feel it's not the right time in the chat to discuss that. I do have a lot to say about that, but I'll save it for later because I feel that's a much more somber discussion. And right now, I think we need to celebrate and discuss the future and stuff like that. I do want to put some time aside to talk about Rachael Lillis, though, because that means a lot to me personally. Jasper, thank you for the super chat. Found out about you through the Lily Orchard stuff. Staying because you seem really cool. Hope you're doing well. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. A lot of people discovered my channel through the Lily Orchard controversy, so I owe a lot of gratitude to her in that sense. But also at the same time, I think that you all stayed because I would hope that I offer something really good beyond that. That being critical analysis. And I do think discussing Lily Orchard and Doug Walker and, even the right-wing grifters I discussed elsewhere, I think all of it is important because if we do not discuss media criticism and other criticisms of media, we do a disservice to the entertainment that we consume. We don't engage with it enough. We don't immerse ourselves in it enough. And as a result, we sometimes miss what makes it so good. If you ever take any one person's opinion on anything too seriously, what ends up happening is you lose a distinct element of the storytelling experience, of the story listing experience, I should say. Anyway, Nick Wolf, thank you for the super chat. I do agree on not dead naming Lily. It's misguided. However, do we have to call her Orchard, given that she stole the surname from her ex? Yeah, I do think so. And I'll tell you why. Even though she stole it from her ex, it is part of her name now. Many surnames are even created after the fact. So, even if she stole it, whatever it is, let's just call her by the name she chose. There's many things about Lily Orchard we can disrespect. Let's not disrespect her identity, because that is... And look, I feel very strongly about this one. It's the same reason why I don't make fat jokes. I don't like making fun of people's appearances. I don't like making fun of people's gender or sexuality, anything like that. Because when you say something like that, you're not really making fun of the person in general. You're making fun of everyone who shares that common attribute. And, you tell people that your acceptance of them is conditional. I'm not saying you're saying that at all. I know what you're saying. I'm not saying you in particular doing that. I'm just saying my thought process. So that's what I think in that. So that's my perspective on that. How last names work with her exactly? So Lily Orchard took Lizzie Orchard's last name, I believe it is, and kind of stole it and ran with it essentially. Blue Bow, thank you for the super chat. I think I'm actually dumb. How do I membership? No, you're not dumb. Don't worry. Membership works like this. There is an option next to my name that says join or be a member. I forget exactly how it's phrased. And if you click on that, you pay a fee, maybe $1, maybe more, to access the membership on my channel. Now, what happens with that is this. If you're a member, you get early access to certain videos. You get access to the Discord. And whatever else, and whatever else happens. Because I'm still working on memberships. I know they have to be, I should make more perks. But you get a couple decent things. Again, this is a one-man operation here, so I don't have too many great things to offer, but I do have our Discord community and early access to videos, as well as some exclusive interviews I've been periodically uploading very slowly. I should do more for that. Nick Wolf, thank you for the super chat. For what it's worth, I discovered you through your Spider-Man Batman villain swap video, and then I went through a non-Lily Orchard rabbit hole and became a fan. I'm glad of that, because that video was a lot of hard work. Marker, thank you for the super chat. And if you haven't done Marker has a bunch of really good Pokemon videos you all should watch. Glad to see your videos back up, man. Thank God I didn't go further than needed. It was never fair from the start. Thank you, Marker, and good luck with your Pokemon video. I know you're going through it right now. If you haven't seen Marker's videos, watch them. I think he has a good perspective on Pokemon 3, which I adore. Is your guy, thank you for the super chat. Had no idea who Lily Orchard was prior to a few days ago. Thanks for burdening me with this knowledge. Well, I'm very sorry. I'm sorry you have to find out this way. Mystic Mind, thank you for the super chat. If the only tool you have is a hammer, you tend to see every problem as a nail. Lily Orchard in a nutshell. Yeah, essentially. She takes the same approach to every problem. All right, a lot of people in chat. We have almost 500 people in chat. Oh my God, this is redonkulous. I want to talk a little bit about what happened. I want to talk a little bit about where we're going, and I want to talk a little bit about why some of this may be exciting, and for some of you, you may think it's disappointing, but hold your horses. Let's start with the obvious. I'm gonna bring up my YouTube channel real quick. Bring it up real quick. Here we go. Here's my channel. As of right now. Oh, anyone else before that? Yeah. Marisu, thank you for the super chat. I saw Lily's Gen 9 takes. She misgenders Grusha. Why am I not surprised she misgendered someone? She keeps doing that. She called Sai it. She misgendered Krim. She's called me they or it. It's ridiculous. Miles Lee, Conrad, thank you for the super chat. Weird question. Can I show you a joke clip I made for my eventual video? Of course you can. I don't know if I can play it right now because on stream, but you can definitely send it to me and I will love to see what you got there. Just send it to me over DMs or what have you on Discord. Baichi, thank you for the super chat. Okay, I'm going to pause. Actually, I had my thoughts on Spidey versus Ivy matchup in the Batman Superman video, but this is not the time. I mean, listen, Ivy could beat Spider-Man. That's one where I'm like, that was iffy. Poison Ivy could, in theory, beat Spider-Man because she is extremely powerful. She has a lot of great skills. But I digress. I digress. So, obvious part is obvious. As of right now, every single stream I've ever done is available on my channel. That includes, we have this video right here. We have this video right here. We have this video right here. This video right here. And, of course, this video right here. All of which were Lily Orchard took off of my channel. 5 videos in total removed. This is because of the counter copyright claim. I filed a counter copyright claim against Lily Orchard and her 5 takedowns of my videos. She had 10 business days to respond. She chose to respond to none of them. Now, the way this works is this. I say to YouTube, hey, I think this copyright claim was made either by mistake or by malignant interference with my channel. Here are my reasons for it. Now, YouTube cannot make a judgment call based on my initial push on what happens to Lily's Orchard video. Nor can they really act as anything more than a mediator between the two parties. So they send the response to the copyright claimant, and they say, hey, listen, if you think this is If you disagree with this, you can take it to court on your own. Now, the thing is, at all times, Lily had the choice, if she really felt I violated her copyright, to get a lawyer and sue me. She did not, and thus relinquished all claims of copyright within the time period allotted. Teddy Silver, thank you for the super chat. Trying to figure out how to join as a channel member on my iPad and cannot figure it out, so go ahead and take my money, lol. Thank you. Do it on your computer. Mobile, it's weird. Mobile's very strange with memberships. Blue Both, you're now a member. Congratulations. If you join now, it's a good time to join. I'm going to post a Discord link after the stream in case the one that's currently up there for members only is glitchy. You clearly found it. Congratulations. Also, members have access to some exclusive emotes, which you can now enjoy in chat. I'm going to add more soon. I've been trying to commission Crim for some more, so that'd be fun. Click on your own live stream, see what happens. I don't want to do that. I don't want to create like a weird parallel effect there. It's going to be nuts. But I do say this. Lily Orchard. So, here's the thing I want to discuss. Lily Orchard's channel, as of I last checked, is still live. She has not been removed from YouTube as of this moment. But she is not unscathed. The invite's invalid. Okay, I'm going to update it later. Don't worry about that. It just, after 7 days, they go away. I'll put a new one in shortly. Don't worry about a thing. Okay. As of right now, Lily Orchard's channel is still around, but I want you to look at something here for a second. I have typed in Lily Orchard in YouTube, right? The search is right here. Take a look. First video, my stream. Second video, a moment of Sanity's Orchard update 4 days ago. Big playlist from Flamingo Writer. Arbitrary. Another. Oh wow. Dark Angel, thank you for the incredible super chat. Was finally able to finish your first Lily Orchard reaction live stream. Going to be watching next streams. Congratulations on this sweet victory. Enjoy this donation in good health. Thank you so much. That is incredible. I'm always blown away by the kindness of you all in chat. You all are fantastic. Just incredible. Anyway, let's keep scrolling. Eric Bihari, his playlist on Lily Orchard's bad. Or theirs? I'm not sure. Essence of Thought, her playlist on Lily Orchard. Or their playlist, I'm not entirely sure. Sai, the Lily Orchard arc, her playlist. Lily Orchard is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos down on her own name. And even hiding in private, who is fantastic, by the way, is pushing up. And then you get to me, again. And you get to Courtney. Lily's sister Courtney is ranked above most of Lily Orchard's videos. Essence of Thought, is she her? Okay, cool. So yeah. That's that. Lily Orchard has been dethroned from her own search terms. Now, there are two things at play here. One, I think she's partially shadow banned. Two, she sucks at SEO, quite frankly. Baichi, thank you for the super chat. It took my coworker 2 pages to essentially get to Lily Orchard's channel. Yeah, Lily has been pushed down in her own algorithm by all the people she's targeting. And because of what she's saying, everything she's doing is pushed further and further down in the YouTube recommendation system. She might have also screwed up how she gets recommended on YouTube. It's not out of possibility to incite to explain how Lily broke her own channel. Yeah, that's also true. So to put it mildly, being shadow banned on YouTube essentially means that you have done enough to kind of get YouTube turned against you. In this case, abusing copyright could be a factor, but there's another factor at play as well. And let's go to Lily's channel to really break this down. And I want to look at one thing real quick. Lily Orchard's videos have not been doing so well. She has 140,000 subscribers, right? 140,000 subscribers. 472 videos. That's a lot of content. It looks like she removed the whole thing where she was saying she didn't give permission to for a while Lily had quote unquote removed permission from her audience to chronicle her on the Wayback Machine. I guess people explained that's impossible, so they stopped. Let me take a look. It was a super chat here I saw. Let me go up here. Arend Alpha Eagle, thank you for the super chat. You don't get to a Lily Orchard video until people also watch section. That's more based on viewer recommendations than search results. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Viewer recommendations than search results. People are not recommending her stuff. Now, again, I think a lot of the factors with her high subscriber count relative to her channel views is I think a lot of people subscribe back in the Milo Pony or Steven Universe days. But that is not sustaining her now. She also lost thousands. I know in chat they said 1,000 subscribers. It's actually even more. Because when I first covered her, I think she had close to 3,000 or 4,000 more subs. Blue Bow, thank you for the super chat. This is a little something I like to call karma. Yeah. Lullaby, thank you for joining as a reader. Thank you. Sabin, are you an alcoholic? Actually, no. I actually don't drink that often. I just drink on stream. I do other things off stream. Actually, usually I drink tea. I'm finding like alcohol. And again, the thing is also with drinks in general, you want to avoid drinking too much because you lose control of your actions. That's not fun. Streams, the thing with streams is I get a little bit of stage fright, so it helps a little bit with that. Nick Wolf, thank you for the super chat. I seen a Michaela no longer on the channel name. Sus. Well, there's another explanation for that as well. Michaela apparently Lily took off the name because Michaela, quote unquote, wasn't contributing enough. Which is really disturbing, I think. The implications therein. Anyway, let's take a look real quick at this. So, let's go back a year ago for Lily, all right? How about that Turning Red backlash, eh? That's her first-year-old video. Silverheart Soul, thank you for the super chat. Sup? Not too much. What's up with you? Anyway, about a year ago was Lily's last really big I'm going to take that because the music's driving me nuts. By the way, is the music too loud for anyone? Let me know if the music's too loud. Turning Red, 55,000 views. A decent video released, to be sure. But that's comparable to stuff I do. And a year later, Mary Sue's Are Fun, actually, 41,000. Fandom Has a White Favoritism Problem, 54,000 views. Baldur's Gate, A Messy Origin of RPG Romance, 26,000. Pokemon is her biggest success at 457,000 views. Minty Iron, welcome as a storyteller. Wow, that's a nice rank there, my friend. Thank you. There's music. Oh, I guess the music's too low. Okay, that's good. It's loud for me, so I hope I can raise up a little bit. Yeah. I don't want the music to be too overpowering. Just a slight background. Is it too loud now? Let me know. Okay, cool. Yeah, very soft. I want it to be background noise. I don't want it to be overpowering. Otherwise, it's bad. So, re-examining Steven Universe in 2023 and Pokemon are her two biggest hits. Oh, I lied to you. Actually, The Coffin of Andy and Lele and Lazy Shock content. That's her biggest hit. 492,000 views. M.O.N. Baldur's Gate, 32,000. Spy Family, 57. Has-Been Hotel, 182,000. Has-Been Hotel, 93,000. Avatar, 77. Delicious in Dungeon, 46. Harassment, 89,000. Bickering Siblings, which was a very different name originally, 35,000. Wholesome vs. Dark Media, 30,000. Baldur's Gate Romance, 8.7, and A Place Further in the Universe, 19,000. Lullaby, thank you for the super chat. Figured out how to join and now might change my name. I am Teddy, lol. I'll try to say the end of the stream for that Discord link. Well, don't worry. The Discord link will be on my channel. Worst case, if you got to go, it'll be on the membership tab for members. Easy to access. Don't worry about a thing. Even if you got to go, we got you covered. So, in 1 year, she's had a few hits. I say good, but like, I don't think the quality is all that great. Brianna, thank you for the super chat. Michaela having the exact same opinions as Lily always creep me out. Yeah, I'll get to Michaela later. I have thoughts on the Michaela situation. I'll get to that later, but remind me later. But I'm concerned about her, quite frankly. Silverheart Soul, thank you for the super chat. An incredible super chat at that. Wait, does she edit all of Lily's videos? In her last video, Lily still voiced her human Pokemon sin against all that's good. Child, what is stopping Lily from letting her do her voices in her video too? Control, I think, frankly. I'll be honest. I don't want to say anything without any evidence for it, but Miles Lee is Discord link members only. Unfortunately, yes. I opened it up to everyone for a month or two ago, but I closed it because keep people like Sabine out, basically. Quite frankly, it's just an extra measure to keep certain people out from the Discord because the community is full of people who are want to talk about things safely, and I don't want trolls getting in. Quite frankly, I just need a little extra buffer. So if you want to get in my Discord, you gotta pay money for it. How does this bickering siblings video go? Well, she brings up a Venn diagram of true love where it's siblings, best friends, and lovers. And that intersection's problematic as hell. Anyway, so yeah, she's had a rough year in terms of views. She had a few really big videos, but in 1 year she's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 videos. Not a bad year. But of those, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 have broken 100,000 views. Silverheart Soul. Wait, is Sabine here or Sabine here? Yes. Miles Lee, thank you for joining as a member. That's congratulations. So yeah, that's the thing. She has not had a lot of big successes lately. And I think she knows that. Now, by comparison, let's look at Psy's channel. I'm going to look up Psy Lily Orchard. I know Psy scribbles, but Psy has had her own problems that she's dealing with right now. I won't get involved in that right now, and she's live. We'll rate her later if she's still going on. So right now, in about a year, she's uploaded a few videos. And again, Psy has, by comparison, 10.8 thousand subscribers. So Baichi, thank you for Super Chat. Let Sabine know. We will very politely make them know their goddess hates their guts. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, Psy has had, by comparison, keep in mind, 1/14 the number of subscribers Lily has. But has at least one video over 100,000 subscribers. As for her lives, well, it's a little bit of a different story. She's had a lot of big. She's mainly a streamer, and she gets a lot of faithful viewers on those, which is good. And her biggest streams are still struggling to go through because of, well, quite frankly, Lily. Now let's go to my account. By comparison, I've been around for 7 months. I have had, I'm going to count all the videos I have, over 100,000 subscribers. I've had about one for every week of the year so far. Let's see. One. That's one so far. 2, 3, 4, 5. So far, only 5 that are over 100,000 views. But I also have a fraction of the subscriber count that Lily has. So I just think that Lily's in a bad position search-wise. Her channel is still up, that is true. However, because of her abuse of copyright, what's most likely going to happen now is that views. Yeah, so views. So I have 28,000 subscribers. She has 140,000 subscribers. Big gulf between us. I should not have more videos over 100,000 views than she does. So, where does that leave us? I point out, 2 of her most popular videos of all time came out this year. For a channel this old, it's not a very healthy channel. It's not in a good position right now. And this is going to make it worse for her. She's not good with SEO. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at one thing. I'm not going to play the video, Lily, so in case you're watching, because I know you have someone watching. Let's look at A Place Further Than the Universe is Perfect. Also, people told me this looks like me. I don't get that necessarily. I don't think it does. I don't like Naruto for one. That's one factor. Well, not that I don't like Naruto. I'm not a big Naruto fan. I was considering doing a video on comparing Naruto to Harry Potter at one point, but I'd have to reread Naruto to do it. Anyway, let's take a look real quick. So, search engine optimization. Oh, Iron, thank you for the super chat. I feel like the only lasting good Lily has contributed is by helping to force ContraPoints and Lily Ellis into improvement, such as life. I will say there's other improvements as well that she's done. She has forced some people to think more critically, but I don't know. It's the hair. Thank you, the guy. Yeah, I guess the hair kind of works. Sam Demon, welcome to the membership club here. It's generic white guy IMO. Yeah, that's fair. Also, Lily has a perspective on weebs where they're stuck in like 1990 or 2000s. Silverheart Soul. Yeah, it's Sabin. I know Sabin's in the chat. I'm sorry. I'll ban him. I'll ban Sabin if they get too bad. Let me know. I'm not keeping super close an eye on chat because a lot of you are on here. But anyway, so search engine optimization, basically how you get found on the internet at large. Rainforest, thank you for joining as a reader. There's a few things you want to do with search engine optimization. You want to make sure you repeat certain keywords. You want to make sure that you hone in on certain phrases to be widely searched for certain topics. And A Place Further Than the Universe is the name of the anime in question. So obviously, you want to make sure you mention a place further than the universe, but you also want to make sure you recommend anime. You would like to make sure you mention the genre of anime, stuff like that. Things that people search for. Because some people may type in A Place Further Than the Universe, but unless it's like, say... That's why you often see people write down in titles, this anime made me cry, or the saddest anime I've ever seen, or the most frightening anime I've ever seen, the most action-packed, the peak hype. Because what happens is, unless it's a well-known anime, like say a Naruto or Dragon Ball Z, people aren't typically going to type in the name of the anime, but they're going to type in fighting anime, sad anime, what have you, and that will bring up these things in searches. But you don't want to bring up the name of the thing in question. So, we have here the title, A Place Further Than the Universe. Okay, good. Named it in the title, that's fine. Here she says, watch it, it's good, it's so cute and sad and melancholy and uplifting and all the stuff you cringe bastards love. Okay, that's a description, has no keywords in it. We see her mention A Place Further Than the Universe once. Okay. Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nothing. No actual meaning in the chapter titles. We do, however, see anime, video essay, A Place Further Than the Universe in hashtags. These tags do not contribute much to the search of YouTube. Essentially, what happens is YouTube tags are best for words that are commonly misspelled. So putting in anime, video essay, doesn't help her at all in search engine optimization. Now, I should know, because that's what I do for my day job sometimes, is work with SEO. And quite frankly, knowing about this is important if you're making content online. How do keywords work? I kind of want to know. Well, here's the thing. You want to mention certain keywords that people search for in the title and description of your video. However, you do not want to mention it too much. Keyword stuffing is a dangerous practice as well that will lower you in rank on search engines. But in this case, Lily has not used any search engine anything at all. And as a result, she is not going to rank in searches. Now, let me show you a comparison for something different. One of my videos. Let's go with my most recent video essay, The Flattening of Disney. Which, by the way, I'll ignore that. It's an ugly, terrible looking person with a messy bookshelf. With this video, I'm going to show you how I have used search engine optimization in order to make my videos rank a little higher. And we're going to do it by comparison with Lily's videos. Let's open this all up. The Flattening of Disney, a Disney video essay. So in the title, we got Disney twice. We got Disney video essay, which is another keyword people search for. The flattening, not so much. That's just kind of a flair. But you don't want to make it too stereotypical. If you use if what you say is just only keywords, you're not going to stand out in search either because people know they can catch fakeness. If you can say Disney is worse than ever, people pick up on that. You got to say something a little different. Now, description. Short, concise. Disney as a brand keeps getting flatter. With so many disappointing films, bad sequels, and Disney park rides being replaced, Disney is going downhill, seemingly. Here's why Disney feels flatter and less interesting now more than ever before, and what this means for your favorite Disney films and properties. Can we go back to the Disney of the 90s, or is it lost forever? Special thanks to Scott Sai for the thumbnail. Paichi, thank you for Super Chat. Is that Outlander and manga on the shelf? Yeah. So Outlander right here, this is my grandmother-in-law's collection of Outlander. She was giving it away along with some... You're going to see on top here a few, shall we say, spicy Harlequin romance novels she gave us as well, which were very surprisingly spicy for women of 94, I might add. Silverheart Soul, thank you for the Super Chat. No, don't ban Sabin. I want them to stay until they think we bullied them without counter-arguments, then have them cry to their mama Lily. Yeah, I'm not banning Sabin yet. Sabin's allowed to watch. Listen, you are allowed to disagree with me. I'm not going to make it so I remove all dissent. What do you think I am, Lily? No, you can join in chat and make fun of me if you want. I only draw the line if you start saying slurs. That's where I draw the line. Blue Bow, thank you for the Super Chat. I am paying you 5 to admit that you're a handsome fella. That's a tough one. I guess. I'm kind of okay looking, I guess. I don't know. As for the manga, it's Kingdom Hearts. I figured it was thematically relevant for the Disney video. By the way, yes, I have seen the comments. I did forget to mention Epic Mickey in the video. I just forgot. I'm very sorry. Even though it was a design inspiration for the thumbnail. Nick Wolf, thank you for the Super Chat. Love the Kingdom Hearts manga on the shelf as well. Thank you, thank you. I also have my good friend Brianna McDonald's book up here too. She's went to college with her. Great, great person. Love her and her writing. And I have all of the Grishaverse books up here too. There's other books that are visible too, but I'd have to go a little longer to find them all. Anyway. Liar, that's $4.99 yen. We'll accept it. We'll work it. We'll work. Now again, looking at the chapter titles, Animal Kingdom, Beast of Kingdom, and Dinoland USA. Keywords right there. End of Animal Kingdom, Disney, Disney IP marketing, Disney Princesses, Beauty and the Beast sequels, marketable versions of characters, modern Disney sequel, some Disney properties fade, Mickey Mouse, even matter, Disney treats their old brands, Star Wars, Marvel, erasure of old Disney, The Muppets, is there any hope for Disney in their future? So, right there, everything I wrote was designed around both informing you as clearly as possible what's going on and keywords. Keywords are important for ranking in any type of social media, just as much as the thumbnail or the description, because you can't find anything for long term if it fades away into the recesses of the internet. And that's important to keep in mind. And again, with Lily, all of her videos are like this. Let's go to another one, for example. Let's do her Delicious in Dungeon video real quick. Take a look at this. Delicious in Dungeon is fine, I guess. Okay, Delicious in Dungeon is in the title. That's okay. Your mileage may vary, literally. No keywords here. So, no keywords here. No chapter titles. Just hashtag Delicious in Dungeon and hashtag Dungeon Meshy. But again, as we mentioned before, hashtags aren't really helpful in SEO on YouTube. Chapters are just as important for the viewer to keep track of where they are in a video as they are for search engine optimization. And Lily fails to search engine optimize her videos. And we have said this multiple times over the course of months. Sai mentioned this back months ago. But not there. And again, this affects everything. That's why you can't find her on YouTube searches. She's not ranking. Hell, my videos are better keyword optimized for Lily Orchard than Lily is herself. Take a look. Don't believe me? Let's look at the Lily Orchard video that really pissed Lily off. The Lily Orchard doesn't understand Pokemon video. Let's look at this together, shall we? Lily Orchard doesn't understand Pokemon. Responding to Lily Orchard's 6.5-hour Pokemon review. Nick Wolf, thank you for the super chat. Between you, Sai, and Krim, there's so many streams to rewatch. I must begin my training arc and go further beyond YouTube's 2x speed cap. Do 4x speed. Be a champ. I'm kidding. Don't do 4x speed. You can't handle it. You can't handle 4x speed. It's impossible. I feel like we're talking about the gravity chamber in Dragon Ball Z here. Okay, so SEO keyword time. I want you all in chat to consider this. How often do I say the word Lily Orchard in the description of my video? Let's start counting. Lily Orchard made a 6.5-hour actually, Lily Orchard and Pokemon. Consider those two together. Lily Orchard made a 6.5-hour video on Pokemon. Over the course of 3 installments, I responded to it, progressively losing my mind deconstructing her arguments. This is the highlight of that reel. I spelled real wrong, but whatever. From Pokemon Gen 1 to the modern day, Lily Orchard showed she doesn't understand Pokemon. Watch as she hates on N, calls Silver an emo edgy boy, and pours love onto Team Aqua, Magma, and Team Flare. Oh, and Gardevoir. She really loves Gardevoir. Tons of key terms right there. Let's go through chapter titles. Intro. Pokemon Red and Blue. Pokemon Gold and Silver. Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Pokemon Black and White. Pokemon X and Y. Pokemon Sun and Moon. Pokemon Sword and Shield. I give up. That is 11 times I mentioned Pokemon in the description, in different iterations separated by segments. Lily Orchard was mentioned in the description twice. But I also mentioned Gardevoir twice. Associated terms as well. Swamping Level, thank you for something. Lever, thank you for the super chat. I'm learning a lot, especially that I suck at SEO as much as Lily does. Oh dear. Well, the good news is you can learn. Everyone sucks at SEO when they start. It's a matter of how they improve from there that matters with everything, which is good. Now, associated terms as well are important. What are some associated terms we have here? We have Gen 1, all the Pokemon games individually, so Red and Blue, Gold and Silver, all searchable. We have Team Aqua, Team Magma, Team Flare, again, searchable. We have Gardevoir, again, a searchable term. We have Pokemon Review, N, Silver, all important. Silverheart Soul, thank you for the super chat. Also, about that, will Sai's videos be returning soon, or will hers take longer because Lily knows the system to give her 2 strikes? Okay, Sai's videos will be coming back soon, but it has nothing to do with Lily as to why they delayed. Some of Sai's videos are back, but the reason Sai took a little longer was because YouTube rejected her claims. YouTube has to be the first one you get through. If YouTube thinks your claims are justifiable, they send them along. I dropped legal cases in my Counter-Strike. So for all of them, YouTube saw I was citing court cases, they sent them away right away. Sai went for a tighter approach. She went for a very concisely written statement, but didn't. And for some that worked, others got rejected by YouTube. However, with little help, Sai tagged Team YouTube on Twitter. saying they were going to drop a lawyer, hire a lawyer if this went further because they felt they're being wrongly taken down. All of a sudden, Lily's counter strikes, they were all sent to her amazingly. Also, side took a little longer because she used basically a company name for her videos. I did not. I gave Lily my full information. Because I've already been doxxed, it didn't really matter to me. That information's out there if you really want to find it. Rosen German, let's read some super chats. Thank you for the super chat. If Lily played Final Fantasy, who would her favorite villain be? Okay, Lily, I'm going to guess and say Kuja, maybe, but because of the whole affection with, Zidane. But I'm going to also say maybe someone like the Emperor, someone who's like a generic evil guy, because complexity drives Lily nuts. Adrian Parchman, thank you for the super chat. She likes Team Flare. No one likes them, and why? Team Flare is boring. I mean, I know people in the comments defended Team Flare. I think Team Flare is the most boring of the villain teams, personally. So that's my reasoning. But she loves Team Flare because they're simple. I don't get it, personally. Thank you for the super chat. Found your channel through the video covering Zack Snyder and Excalibur. Stayed because of your Star Wars video. Any thoughts on Lily's Star Wars takes? I have not watched Lily's Star Wars takes. Maybe that'll be another video for the future. But Lily's Star Wars takes, all I know is that she really likes the Sith. To a degree, it's uncomfortable. Which is weird, personally. But, I mean, I like the Sith too, but she really likes the Sith. And yes, I know people in comments are saying this. So Kuja has a great character arc. Kuja is one of my favorite Final Fantasy villains, personally. I think Kuja is fantastic. And the Emperor is just so over the top. I kind of love him for just the hamminess of it. But I digress. So right there, this is why Lily's failing at her SEO. She's not ranking for any terms. She's not putting in any terms. She just thinks by virtue of her subscriber count and the topic, that's enough. But YouTube's a complicated beast. It was complicated when she started. I don't understand why she hasn't updated anything since then. But let's take a look back at Lily's channel again. Again, scrolling down. Have to get all the way. And other people have been doing the same thing she's been doing too. Actually, let me show you something real quick. So Lily Orchard Pokemon. Side by side. And now, all my videos are back. So they'll be ranking up again soon. Here's the thing. With everything Lily does. It's all very superficial and selfish. But I want to also bring up something else. The level of attacks Lily has issued against me. Now, Lily has since blocked me on Tumblr. Shocking, I know. However, Lily has had several responses about me. Lily has not been able to keep my name out of her mouth this whole time. That's the right one? Ah, perfect. Excellent. So I have a few screenshots here. Let's zoom in. I was a little too close. A little too close? Here we go. Lily has not been able to keep my name out of her mouth for a little while now. And you know what? Let's talk about it. I have a few let me see if this works. Cool. So right here is a fun one too, because she actually photoshopped me with the Shinigami eyes. Someone in, I think, Sai's Discord determined it was not the real Shinigami eyes. A, because they used the real Shinigami eyes and I don't have a red mark on my name. And two, it's the wrong red. And the wrong size of box. Which is telling that she doesn't understand colors at all. But it's a different shade of red. Anyway, so Lily has... Oh, Lullaby, thank you for the super chat. Time to rewatch your Pokemon video in celebration. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And even if you just have it on a sleep, it'll be good too, because it's get SEO ranking. But so, oh well, two different chats. Miles Lee, thank you for the super chat. Lily is basically Team Plasma, specifically the part of Gestis manipulation. Dare I say, she's similar to Gestis in many ways. That's probably why she hated N so much, isn't it? And why she liked Gestis so much. And so Gestis bullying a child is cathartic. What does that tell you about her? Elias Morales, thank you for the super chat. What made me notice that Lily didn't like tall grass is she said Gardevoir was out of region. It's literally on Route 4, after Gym 1. I don't even remember that detail. Thank you for pointing it out. Oh my god, Lily, you couldn't wait for fucking... Just catch Ralts. Get your starter and catch Ralts. Oh my... Listen, I love Gengar. One of the things my heart goal Nuzlocke that I'm working on, by the way, next video will be coming soon. I had to get Ghastly, so I went to figure it out. I knew where to catch Ghastly, and I arranged it so I could get it, in a way, you know? Play at night. Go to the Sprout Tower. 75% chance of Ghastly showing up. Go get a Ghastly. I use the game to get the Pokemon I love. Why can't Lily? For someone who claims to be doing a retrospect on Pokemon, she really hates playing the game as designed. Yeah, she supported Gestis abusing N in the game. She was happy about it. She said it was cathartic. Tells you a lot about her, doesn't it? So, this ask in particular, I'm going to read out loud for you. There's a couple asks that she's made. I think she made like at least 30 or 40 posts about me over the last 2-week period of time. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Let's read it together. Anonymous. So Lily. By the way, Lily sends herself anonymous asks. This is probably Lily. The writing style is too similar for it not to be. You know there's something insidious about people like Anthony, bellyaching about you covering Antarctica anime nobody cares about, beyond the admission that he's a clout chaser, for whom only the popular thing is ever worth attention. This is, of course, why I made a video about The Crow, and a video about comic books in the 40s, but, you know, go off, whatever. It's the implicit threat that they wish you'd cover it's the implicit threat that they wish you'd cover their favorite popular thing, like whatever mediocre shonen wins the weeb's attention lottery every quarter decade, so they can whip up a harassment mob at you while getting their paycheck off your back. So I actually offered you... I was going to sponsor you making a video about Evangelion because I thought it'd be good business for everyone involved. I digress. Also, Evangelion is not a shonen series. It's barely a mech series. It's more of a kaiju series, a mech. But whatever. But yeah, it would have profited me to do a video on you watching Evangelion. Undeniably so. But you know who said that from the beginning? Me. There wasn't an implicit threat. I said I'd react to your content. It was part of the deal. Also, I was paying you $700 right out if you chose to do it, which is more than you were earning for your videos through AdSense. Despite them being the ones who invented the stop using generic threats, say, I hope Lily Orchard covers your... Despite them being the ones who invented the stop using generic threats, say, I hope Lily Orchard covers your favorite show. Instead, because it's realistic meme, and you ushering us into a post-media literacy... post-media literacy society bottom text with your Steam Universe takes. Both the fandom and executive producer are doing fine. This is so Lily. They had this barely hidden perverse craving of you giving them the easiest clout in the world because trans women said bad thing is just that lucrative nowadays. The only thing keeping the drift afloat is their performative rolling of the eyes at you on social media, and they're pretending to be above it all while also just making wrestling content for Zoomers, but with harassment added, and depressing amounts of transphobia they vehemently deny. So before we read Lily's response, let's talk about that ask for a second. The reason why people say, I hope Lily Orchard covers your favorite show as a threat, is because Lily Orchard has had some bad takes. If you rolled with... People said about Doug Walker, too, though. But there's a different response from Doug Walker. I'm using Doug Walker as an example because you come up in conversation already in the chat. And because now Doug Walker also knew I covered his content. And you know what? He didn't care because he's successful enough as is. He doesn't need this. Criticism is not the worst thing you can receive, Lily. In fact, criticism actually can bolster your success. Some of the best things in the world have happened to me because I was criticized. Even criticism that's in bad faith, I think, is good. For example, a lot of people have mentioned why I did not respond to Mauler in a video. And part of that was pride. Part of that was I didn't want to stir up the drama. But part of it was also because there was some things to learn from that. There were a few things that Mauler and his crew said that was beneficial to me to hear. It wasn't a lot, but the things were important, what they were. Mainly the editing complaints. The problem is, Lily, you're conflating what I'm saying with nonsense. Like Mauler. Well, Mauler covered it, did 7 hours responding to my YouTube Critics Are Lying video. And it caused some drama, but not as much as you'd think. Honestly, most of it was a lot of people saying some unoriginal criticisms of my video. Some of the videos some of the criticisms just weren't that good, so I didn't bother responding to them. But there were some good things mixed in, and I didn't complain about it, didn't reject it. I just quietly incorporated those criticisms into my work, and I think I've improved since then. So even though it was ultimately, I think, a negative experience, I do think they were positives that did benefit me. Oh yeah, so he made like a big... Honestly, it's very funny. His response to my video actually has fewer views than my original video does, which is cool, I think, anyway. But it's not important. I'll have to go over it another day. So, looking at this right now, Lily could learn a lot from if she listened to her critics. But it's the transphobia I have an issue with. I had a big issue with her accusing me of that. She is acting like, in every comment section of all the videos I've worked on with Lily. Well, that's okay. That's not true. I didn't put it in the first couple of stream reactions because no one was actually being transphobic. But there were comments that were transphobic towards Lily. And I said, hey, listen, let's knock it off. Focus on her ideas. Let's not make fun of her identity. Let's not make fun of any of that. Let's just focus on what she's saying and criticize that. Because I don't... And many people who were with me were trans. Jazzy and Chloe are both trans women. So, none of us were being transphobic to you. Because we were all collectively on the same page. I do not believe that the queer community should be fighting each other over stuff. I think it's important to have genuine camaraderie between everyone. Because if we fight, we're just going to be at each other's throats. If someone says something dumb, tell them it's dumb and explain why it's dumb. If we can grow and teach each other, a lot of problems will be solved. So I very strongly feel about that. That's the thing I feel very strongly about. And I'm not saying that just to make myself sound better or anything like that. I just genuinely think it's the right thing to do, and I think it's important to do the right thing. All right, drink number 2. We're having Dogfish 6-minute IPA. It's a good IPA if you haven't had it yet. Good general brand IPA. Probably get your own supermarket. Anyway, so let's talk about this right here. Oh, Baichi, thank you for the super chat. I experience transphobia every day, and you have never done anything like that in any video or stream I watched. I'm glad. What I want to do is make people feel good, and I don't think bigotry helps anyone feel good. I think it's just awful and destructive, and I hate it. Genuinely, it deeply disturbs me how people can just be... Anyway, I digress. So let's talk for a second about Lily's response. Black Century King, thank you for the incredible super chat. I'm glad I stopped following Lily and refollowed Doug. Plus, it's a good thing Doug just decided to move on about his day and not do what some of your haters are trying to and failing to do. Smart Criticgate. Start Criticgate. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do essentially, I think, to an extent. But yeah, no, Doug Walker, he's been around for over a decade. He's just fine. Refresh the blog. This isn't a blog. This is just a clip. This is an image, a still image. Anyway, so In all honesty, it's a very exhausting form of obvious idiocy and bitterness. They're so angry, but also trying so hard to pretend to be smug. And aren't you tired? They're so emotionally manipulative that they're also really bad at manipulation. The obviousness of their behavior and the fact that they squeak out by sheer apathy because trans misogyny is popular. I don't know how you keep that up. How are you that devoid of passion? All of Ant's content is and this is my favorite part. All of Ant's content is just him and his idiot friends snarking at other people. He doesn't have any takes himself, and his opinions change based on who he's reacting to. He's never had a genuine take on anything other than YouTuber bad. We've already spent more time than necessary talking about someone who has nothing to say himself. Okay, Lily. Okay. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's take a look at the channel. Let's take a look at the channel, Lily. Okay. Let's count all the videos that have nothing to do with Lily Orchard. We'll count streams next. 1, 2. Oh, there's one for Lily, so we'll avoid that. 3, 4. Oh, there's one for Lily. We'll ignore that. So that's 2 for Lily so far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm skipping members only videos, by the way. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, Lily's in that, so we'll skip that one. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 34! Right there. Okay, 34 videos. Have nothing to do with Lily. And the one video essay has Lily, it's this one right here with, that mentions her briefly in regards to YouTube critics are lying to you. So, stream time now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21. Lily, you are in 8 videos of mine, and 2 of them are and 5 of them are live streams. I counted interview. Okay, so, sorry. I tried not to. I was going like a little rush there. And of those videos, only a fraction have any of my friends in it. Also, idiot friends. Strange that you're calling multiple trans women and Krim, who's a trans man, idiots who are transphobic with trans misogyny. Funny how that keeps happening, isn't it, Lily? I don't care if you insult me. It's the friends part I get upset about. Because it's one thing to insult me, it's another to insult my friends. Lily, you're just lying. You're just spewing bullshit. And bullshit begets bullshit. Because, quite frankly, that's not the only message you sent, is it, Lily? Because you also criticized Krim. Krim, who is a trans man, for one, and gave you just as fair criticism as I gave you. It's anonymous again, so clearly Lily. It's so disgusting to me how stalkers of yours, such as Krim, will hide behind the shield of being trans, as if that excuses all the horrible things they say. Trans misogyny is a hell of a drug, you say. Lily, which one of us hid behind being trans? Which of us used their identity as a means to deflect criticism that was fair of your ideas and not your identity? It's not Krim. Adrian Parchman, thank you for the super chat. Any thoughts on reacting to Movie Bob? Well, I actually did react to Movie Bob's takes once on in the Dune video. I have complicated feelings on Movie Bob. I think he's said some things I disagree with, and he said some things I don't disagree with. He's a little more complicated. He'd be worth discussing in a more I wouldn't mind talking to him, honestly. I feel like he'd be interesting to talk to. But Lily... Okay, let's keep going. Any more posts here that I took? Because I took a few posts. Here we go. More from Lily about me. This is more tailor-suited to my specific criticisms. Lily likes Movie Bob, by the way. Well, I can tell you this. Movie Bob also supported me with the Lily thing. On Twitter, Movie Bob retweeted my my Lily Orchard video, my Lily Orchard tweets. Neil's above. Thank you for the super chat. I never heard of Lily before. What drew you to talking about her? Well, Lily's been on my radar for years. Lily Orchard was back when I was talking about with the Steven Universe video. I remember seeing her a lot there, and that always stuck with me and always bothered me, that video. I thought it was always terrible. Hiding in public, I would credit as being a real person to kind of go, this is someone worth responding to. Kyle Lundgren, thank you for the super chat. Lily Orchard reminds me of Blair Zahn, aka Illuminati. Oh my goodness, we're going here. They are both emotionally manipulative and abusive people. I love your videos. Keep up the good work. I love your videos. Thank you so much, Kyle. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, Illuminati, good comparison. I forgot her name was Blair Zahn. It's such like a villain name. Just go with that. Blair. So yeah, Blair and Lily are very similar. They're cut from the same cloth. They're both manipulative, both twist things around, both use they're being victimized as an excuse when really they're the ones victimizing. Yeah. Patreon goal for Movie Bob essay. I don't know if I want to do a Movie Bob essay. Thank you, Nick Roll, for the super chat, by the way. I don't know if I want to do that. I'd respond to some of his reviews, but I don't want to like harp on it. Like, there's some people I don't want to harp on too much. Who are just like, they got a lot of criticism. I don't want to do more. I'll criticize specific takes, but not the whole. I'm not going to do a whole thing on Movie Bob. I don't want to do. I'm not going to be like a review. I don't want to be a reaction channel. I'm a video essayist. I'm not going to do anything like that. The reactions are more as in regards to conversations on literature and media, I think. I'm seeing discussion about the Movie Bob Lindsay Ellis thing. That was weird. I will fully say that. That was strange. Andrew Dobson essay. Oh God, Dobson. Okay. I'll criticize him in a heartbeat. I'll criticize Dobson all day. Yeah, and besides, there are other videos on Movie Bob, people who are more angry at him, which is a different discussion. Anyway, let's talk for a second about this take from Lily about me. So, Lily sent herself another ask. The most ironic take I hear about you nowadays is Lily dehumanizes her critics so she doesn't have to engage with their criticism. Again, as you mentioned, she basically depersoned Psy and Krim. Because that can only come out of the mouth of someone who also hasn't listened to a word those people said. And I mean it. Roughly chronologically, it's just you've addressed every worthwhile criticism of your Steven Universe video. Everything else is arguing about production details. What even is an executive producer? And the fiction that you call Rebecca a Nazi, despite the size 300 font disclaimer saying otherwise. Well, you did call her a fascist sympathizer, so that's something right there. Any other super chats? Cool. Okay, so we got a couple super chats here. Nick Wolf, thank you for the super chat. Doesn't need to be harping, just positive-ish. Yeah, that's fine. I'm down for engaging with Movie Bob's arguments. For example, I really don't like his take on Scream. I can argue in that one in a heartbeat. Brianna, thank you for the super chat. Lily Orchard reminds me of the YouTuber Vegan Gains when it comes to anger and pettiness. I'm not sure who Vegan Gains? Like a health channel? I actually don't know Vegan Gains. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm sure she does. I don't know who that YouTuber is, but I'm sure it makes sense. Dobson. I keep saying Dobson in chat. Dobson keeps coming up. This is like the 5th time I've heard about Dobson in the last 48 hours. It's wild. Anyway, so yeah. So you did call Rebecca Sugar a sympathizer. Didn't Quentin reviews get weird about Lily Ellis? Yeah, a lot of people got weird with Lindsay Ellis. Lindsay Ellis has a lot of people, even in the BreadTube sphere, who are very weird about her, and I don't get it. It's a little strange. I think Lindsay Ellis is I keep saying Lily Ellis. Like, this is terrible. Lindsay Ellis is a really great video essayist, and I think her takes are fantastic. I also don't think that she's like the end all be all of takes. I know I've cited her a few times in my most recent video essays, but like she's not like beyond reproach. She's just a really good video essayist. Would you say Dobson keeps blowing up? That's terrible. Please. Oh no. Listen, I don't want to inflate Dobson's ego anymore. Okay, let's pop this balloon now before it gets too big. Okay. I'm so sorry. It's terrible. 10 people got that joke. Dobson, we got Dobson here. No one cares. Thank you, True Hope Love, for the great Jurassic Park reference. I'm always a fan of that. Anyway, yeah. So, okay. Vegan Gaines wanted to film his own grandfather's death. What the actual? That can't be real, right? Oh my god. Okay, that's really messed up if that's true about Vegan Gaines. That's really screwed up. That's like the worst thing I've read all day. Seeing a lot of people making jokes about Dobson and listen, I don't want to burst your bubble with any of this, okay? I'll figure out more puns in a second. Anyway, so let's read Size. Lily's asked to herself. Si's idea of media criticism was his 10th grade book report where we tally up all the literary references in Utna and go home. Outside of that, she just has barely concealed meltdowns at younger daring to want better rep than what she grew up with. That's not really what Sai does. I have criticisms. I have some issues with some things Sai says and does, and I've told her to her face some of my criticisms. But like, Sai's pretty good with taking criticism. I'll tell you that right now. Sai takes it like a champ. Also, barely conceived meltdowns. Sai's laughing at you, Lily. She's trolling you more than I have ever trolled you. She's not having a meltdown. She's having the time of her life making fun of you. That's very important distinction, Lily. Asari Shepherd, thank you for the super chat. I'm glad you won. I'm here for it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The victory's not complete yet, but we are a good deal away, and there's no greater punishment than being Lily herself. So, there's 2 reactions to your Dungeon Meshi video. Spoilers, how dare you, and Laos is my darling baby boy, how dare you. You make a meaningful response to that. No, you don't. You do not make a meaningful response to either of those 2 things. You spoiled Delicious in Dungeon's manga ending while the anime was still airing. Just saying, that's a problem. And Laos is great. You ignored all the responses to that, Lily, because you insisted Laos was Laos. I always mispronounce names. That's my one problem. I can't say names to save my life. Listen, that beautiful autistic man, you had to say all those terrible things about, and that pissed a lot of people off. And you didn't even mention Senshi or Chilchuk. Do you even know Chilchuk exists, Lily? Anyway, yeah, I'm seeing in comments a few reoccurring comments about Sai's style. Yeah, those are my big criticisms too. I've told Sai this also, that I don't like that. If Sai's ever on stream, I told her not to use a certain word that she uses quite a lot. Lios. There we go. This is what I get for like reading things all the time and not hearing them out loud. It's terrible. I'm very sorry. Lios. I keep saying Laos like the country. And okay, here's what she talks about me. Ant doesn't quite grasp what post-game means. Then when he hears you don't like legendary Pokemon, it's all over for him. From there, it's just barely conceived gamer rage at the audacity. Gamer rage or gamer cringe? Also, I'd never call myself a gamer, for one. I love games, but it's not my identity. I love playing games. I'm more of a media critic. I just love media in general. I love storytelling of all kinds. I love video games as well, but I feel like gamers are a very specific demographic of enthusiast. Also, I feel like people who call themselves gamers are usually a little hardcore. Anyway, and then the response to your A Place Further in the Universe video is Pshaw, who has even heard of this thing? Yeah, I've never watched it. Listen, I'm sure it's good. It just never interested me. Like, again, and I know Anime Feminist had a really good good article about it, where they said how it was amazing and everything. I don't really care, even though I've written for them, because what their opinions are, their opinions. If they think it's a great piece of anime art, then yeah, that's their opinion, and they're right to discuss it. But I have no opinion on it because I've never seen it. So I can't speak to say, hey, this one publication, granted, full of very reputable people with incredibly talented editorial staff, just because they said they think this way does not mean I also have to agree with it, even if I've written for the site. I'm not step in lock with everyone else who I've ever worked with or I'm friends with. I just don't have an opinion on it. It just never caught my interest, and I never watched it. Hey, listen, if you want, I'll watch A Place Further in the Universe and say if it's good or not. I'm sure it's fine, if not great, even. But it just never was my interest thing. I don't know. Like, hypothetical Lily Auntie. I'd love if we lived in a world where the ideas Lily presents are meaningfully engaged with to the point where she has criticism to address. I've sought this ever-elusive, good Lily criticism, like it's my own great giant whale. But alas, this is what we got. Bury all of the above in gross transphobia, in a billion fake smug, fake above-it-all bullshit reactions. And that's your criticism Lily is allegedly so afraid of. The biggest nothing burger of empty responses on the planet. Ah, yes, let me play you a sad, small violin on top of that, Lily. Elias Morales, thank you for the super chat. Check what her champ team was for XY. The fact she struggled with XY despite having an Iga slash OB for main story, I used one. Says a lot. Yeah. She should not have struggled, quite frankly. And many of her decisions are terrible. So, here's the thing with Lily. She's boiling down all of her critics into saying they're only saying these 5 things. And then acting as though I'm seeking out criticism so much. I can't find good criticism anymore. Ignoring the fact that if you actually engage with any criticism, you'd actually talk and respond to it, or at least learn from it, but you don't. Asari Shepherd, thank you for the super chat. I loved your Harry Potter book analysis. Very fair. Thank you. I do feel like if I did it again now, I would make it longer and go into more detail. I feel like that would require a follow-up because, like, I feel like I hit some of the big points, but I feel like I could go deeper. But again, it's tough. It's tough getting everything all at once, especially with a weekly video essay release schedule. I've addressed good faith criticism for the last decade. I love how, like, even her response to herself, she's, like, condescending to the asker. Even when she's talking to herself, she's angry at the ask. I love it. I've addressed good faith criticism for the last decade. It's just that whenever I do, these cretins ignore it. They pretend it doesn't exist and go back to screeching at what they're really mad at. I find the whole thing about A Place Further in the Universe telling. The whole point of making that video was to say, here's an actually good anime you should watch. The fact that I didn't see anyone else talking about it was the reason to make the video. Ah, yes. They play a sad song on the world's smallest violin. Now listen, Lily, here's the thing. Alright? Here's the thing. An actually good anime. Right there, you've pissed off everyone. Because people like anime. There are a lot of anime fans out there who enjoy anime as a medium. The problem is, Lily, you saying an actually good anime implies that you think all other anime are bad. Case in point, you made a ranking of anime and you put Cowboy Bebop at the bottom. I don't even like Attack on Titan, and I'd say putting Attack on Titan at the bottom of your list as well was a bad idea. Just saying. They're worse than Attack on Titan. I'm not a big Attack on Titan fan myself, but it still has a lot of good to it. Dashing Char, thank you for the super chat. Lily Orchard, your campaign has all the momentum of a runaway freight train. Why are you so popular? Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, that's basically what her asks of herself. It's really sad because, like, I don't know. And a lot of people talked about this anime too. The problem is seasonal anime get glossed over the season after they pass. That's a problem with the big issue with seasonal anime, I think, is that there's so many good anime that come in, they're discussed for a season, and they go away. And again, everyone talked about these shows. Giguk, Your Mother's Basement, Your Mom's Basement, whatever it is. They're all really good channels that have discussed this at length. Oh, good. Okay. They're very popular channels. Some are better, some of their videos are better than others. But, you know, that's right. They're important. People were talking about it in 2018. But it's not 2018 anymore. It's 2024. Okay, so leaving some super chats here. Brianna, thank you for the super chat. This scene reminds me of the Lorax scene where the one Slayer's arguing with himself. Yeah, exactly. It kind of is. Baichi, thank you for the super chat. Lily, A Place Farther Than Universe was nominated for Anime of the Year the year it came out and won an award for its animation. How? Yeah, okay. That I didn't realize, actually. So, Lily took an anime that was critically lauded, acted like no one had ever talked about it, and then proceeded to rant about it for weeks on end? Really? Lily, here's the problem with everything you've ever said. You need to actually address criticism specifically. Like right now, what I'm doing right here, Lily, this is important for you to know. I'm taking a tweet, a message of yours from Tumblr. I'm reading it out loud, and then I'm engaging with it directly. What happens here is that we have evidence. We have material citation of the information that we're discussing and engaging with. Nick Wolf, thanks super chat. I wish it was called Your Mom's Basement. Yeah, I mean, it feels like. I mean, I do like the style of that. Yeah, I think he's had some good videos. Some of his videos I disagree with entirely. I think his anti-piracy video is a real problem, but I think he's admitted that it's a real problem, so that's fair. Blue Bow, thank you for the super chat. Hamtaro is my childhood, and even I disagree with her saying it's perfect because it's comfy. Why can't she just admit that she can't handle nuance? Yeah, and Hamtaro is a pleasant show. It's a pleasant, comforting show. If Hamtaro is one of your favorite shows of all time, that's valid. You're welcome to that. The problem is Hamtaro is just one of many shows out there. It is a good show, sure. But to call it the best show of all time, that's a little messy, and I don't agree with that. The Tensei anime, I love. They're comfortable. We last stream that we did this on, we had a whole 2 hours in. We broke down into a discussion about comfy anime in general. There's a lot going on there. Mother's Basement. Yeah, we mentioned Mother's Basement. Yeah, sorry, because Mother's Basement talked about this show. I'm pretty sure, in one of his retrospectives of the season. The problem is, Lily, you ask yourself these massive asks because no one's asking you about me. No one's asking you about Psy. They're just talking about your content because that's all that matters. You make yourself into a dramatic mess, Lily, but you don't listen to any of the criticism. You gotta be the center of the story. And you're not anymore. You're not the center of the story. Help. Let's type this in. What's the name of the show? It's a place at the center of the universe, right? Yeah, a place farther than the universe. Here we go. Let's see what comes up. A place farther than the universe. The whole show. Opening. Crunchyroll. The best anime to inspire you. Crunchyroll. Animax Asia. Crunchyroll. I wrote a song about Farther Than the Universe 2 days ago. Izzy Eldrin. Very small channel. Not bad. Okay, cool. This is fun. It looks cool. Crunchyroll. Unread email scenes from a place further than the universe. GDayZ reacts. 210,000 views. Beyond Ghibli, a really good channel from back in the day, as far as I remember. 31,000 views. More than yours, Lily, already. S Dark Death God. Best places. This is just me music stuff. Sundrop Center, there's no super chat, but thank you all the same for the super chat. That's strange. Looks like everything's good. Cool. That was weird. I guess she's back. I'm not sure. Anyway, Mother's Basement. You need to watch A Place Further in the Universe. So that's one specifically he did. 293,000 views from 6 years ago. Again, go on and on. Lily, yours is here. And by the way, you could have gone and done more with it. The problem is, Lily, that... Oh, you've an issue with it. It's okay. The problem, Lily, is that you have to make everything a big deal. A bigger deal than it really is. There's a lot I've had. I maybe poured my drink wrong. Glass Reflection was critical of piracy? Okay, that's fair. I might get mixed up. I'm sorry. She's the anti-super eye patch wolf. There we go. Problem is, Lily, a lot of people talked about this anime. It wasn't me because I never watched it, but there were a lot of people who talked about it. But you know what? You just need to get the handle on it, Lily. The problem is your SEO sucked. Sorry. And also, Sundrop Center, thank you for the super chat. Lily has literally referenced to anime as Japanese cartoons, even saying the vast majority of Japanese cartoons are absolutely piss swill. Yeah, I'm going to have thoughts about that. Blue Bow, I just sent you a DM meme about Lily LMAO. Okay, let me bring it up. Is it on the Discord or... Ha! I don't see the... Oh, here we go. I see it now. Okay, I'm gonna copy this image. Put it on chat right here. Can bring it up real quick. This is the meme we just sent over Discord. That's funny. That is pretty funny. Thank you. That's really cool. Anyway, let's talk for a second about that's really funny, Blue Ball. That was really good. Let's talk for a second about this chat. Okay. Ooh, wow, another one. Baichi. Oh my God, Sakura Quest. I saw Sakura Quest. This is a great comfort anime. Yeah, another great one. There are a lot of comfort anime I love. Anyway, so let's talk about this for a second. Lily hates anime. She hates it. She can't stand it, and I think she hates everything. She doesn't understand what people love. It is almost entirely racist. She makes big assumptions about people's opinions. All the time. Myanyan, thank you for the super chat. Lisa, oh please, Lily likes Vaseline on toast. Yeah, she probably would, honestly. That's disgusting, but yeah, she probably would. Adrian, thank you for the super chat. She is making a mountain out of a molehill. Also, any thoughts on Stephanie Sterling? I love Stephanie Sterling. Wait, yeah, she's great. She's absolutely fantastic. I love her integrity when it came to gaming journalism and standing up to big game journalism. When I used to work, that was one of the reasons I left it, because I couldn't stand all that kind of conforming and to whatever the big gaming companies wanted you to say. It was a big marketing extension. I couldn't stand it. But I respect Stephanie Sterling quite a bit. Stephanie James Sterling. I think she uses both names. I think. Miles Lee, thank you for the super chat. I need a link to Discord. Need to show my clip. Okay, I'll post the Discord link later. I can't do it right now because I have too many things going on. I don't want to have the stream get caught up. Anyway, so the big thing is, Bentley the artist. Thank you. Thank you. That's fantastic. Thank you for the super. Sorry Shepherd, thank you for the super chat. Doesn't Lily love Steven Universe? That says it all. Well, she doesn't love Steven Universe. She hates it. She criticizes it every chance she gets. And by the way, I have a theory about that too that I've discussed with some people about why she hates Steven Universe so intensely. She apparently hates Steven Universe because, and I think this is, I can reasonably believe this is true. It sounds like she hates everything that previous people she knows liked, who broke up with her essentially. Because she didn't really start talking about Steven Universe. She didn't really talk about Steven Universe until after certain friends of hers who liked Steven Universe stopped talking to her. She hates Steven Universe, but I feel like it's personal for her. And I think we have to discuss the elephant in the room. There's two elephants in the room. One is Lily Orchard's extremely limited amount of interests. I made an attempt to watch Lily Orchard stream. It hurt. Lily is painful to watch on stream. She hates her chat. She doesn't talk. She doesn't engage with anyone. She's very much isolated in like her specific interests, and that's it. And she's really mean to anyone who criticizes her. Also, slightly hypocritical, but she streamed all of Korra on a stream. And no one copyright struck her for it. Just saying, Lily. And let's also talk about the allegations. Over time, I've actually talked to Lily's sister, Courtney, who seems like a very, very... If Courtney's in chat, by the way, hi, how's it going? Courtney seems delightful. I want to get Courtney on chat one time to talk about something other than her sister, because I feel like she gets dragged in that discussion all the time. Courtney has been very, very friendly to me, and I'm really happy about that. But Courtney has said things to me about Lily growing up. And other people too. I cannot confirm any of it. I will not say any of it because it's not my story to tell. But everything I hear makes me think that Lily has always been extremely vindictive. That she's always been this way. She's always been mean. She's always been very self-centered. And that she's always been like this. That she hasn't grown up. And if she hasn't grown up at age 31, she's never going to grow up. Quite frankly. Courtney takes no shit. I agree. She's great. I love Courtney. Again, Courtney, come on stream. We'll have you any day of the week. Colonel Mustang, thank you for the super chat. Love that name, by the way. With how bad Lily is at reading the room, it wouldn't surprise me if she decided to double down on her dog shit Utna takes now, of all times. Oh my god. If Lily doubled down on Utna takes right now, I would actually scream at her. Given the circumstances, I would actually be upset if she said a single bad word. Now, and again, I am going to talk about Rachael Lillis. I can't not. It's too big a topic for me not to, and too meaningful to me to not. What's your opinion on Assassination Classroom? It's my favorite anime. I really like Assassination Classroom. I read the manga. I actually never saw the anime version of it. I just read the manga version of it. And I remember really loving it. It's been a while, so I'm a little hazy on some details for plot-wise, but I really, really enjoyed it. If I were to do a video on it, I'd have to revisit it just to so it's fresh in my memory. But I really thought it was good. A few small things I criticized, but nothing too major. No, I really dug that one. I might do a video on that. It's not a bad idea, actually. Down the road. I'll do it down the road. But yeah, no. So she's just not a good person. Like, this is the thing. I felt really bad for Lily at first. Like, genuinely, I felt really bad for Lily. I felt like sympathy for her for a while because I figured that she was struggling. Punk Cupine, thank you for the super chat. Have you watched Naoki Urasawa's Monster? A fave. Yeah. Oh, I've seen Monster. Monster's incredible. I love Monster. What is it? Jean Liebert, what have you say his name? One of anime's greatest villains, I'd say. Like up there with Griffith and Frieza, I'd say. Some of the best anime villains of all time. Great manga. Very adult, very mature, but great. Mature and dark in a way that's like very like Assassination Classroom has some dark bits, but it's mostly a shonen series. Monster's adult, very adult. Monster for Toonami. Well, that's on Adult Swim. You could probably do it that way. Yeah, Johan is frightening. Anyway. Yeah, no, I felt bad for Lily for a bit. Because she's not, and like you look at her views, they're not doing too well. YouTube's a tough thing to do regularly as a full-time job. It's great as a side gig where you have stable income on the side and then you do it on the side, which is what I do. But you look at her views, she's struggling. She's clearly not well. Until you get to the assault, until you get to the abuse, the allegations, the harassment, the manipulation, Courtney, her theory, and I'm not agreeing, or now I am not, by saying this, I am not co-signing this. I'm just sharing this. She has said that her belief is that Lily wants to prey on her audience. Some people buy into that. I don't know if I buy into it, but I do know this. She is dangerous in one way or the other. Lily is either dangerous in regards to harassing people, hurting people, attacking their livelihoods, attacking their beliefs, attacking their material, or she's dangerous in that she wants to exploit her audience for personal reasons. Whether it's for profit or pleasure, I don't know, but I frankly find it very disturbing. And yeah, the more I dug into this rabbit hole. So here's the thing. At first I'm thinking, okay, she's a critic, she's a little weird, whatever. She has strange opinions. Okay, whatever. In the conversation of media criticism, and I knew about her allegations beforehand, but I tried to separate them from the discussion because, trans people get allegations levied at them all the time. You kind of have to take it with a grain. You have to kind of look at it and go, okay, some people are just mean and saying things, and you don't trust everything you hear online. So I looked at her opinions primarily. But, the more we dug, the more it became apparent that she wasn't a good person, that she was doing things, allegedly, that were dangerous. And she wrote Stockholm, which is a fan fiction of disturbing proportions. And it was like a cult. She had a cult personality around her. She had fans who were, and ex-Lily fans were coming forward and saying, hey, Lily made me feel guilty for having opinions. I was afraid to say that I liked something because I was afraid Lily would get mad at me. And that's the saddest thing I've ever heard. Like, it's so cruel. It's so, like, here's the thing. If you disagree with me, at any point, say it. Tell me my video sucked to my face. You're justified. Because you have an opinion. Your opinion will not intersect with mine. But that's fine. Because we're adults. And adults can disagree. In fact, I think it's interesting when people disagree. The back and forth discussion about media is what makes media alive. The guy, thank you for the super chat. Quite frankly, I think Lily needs some sort of group home therapy and a hard cutoff of the internet. And both of those need a court order. You know what? Increasingly, I don't disagree. It's really scary what she's gotten down to since all this has happened. Here's the thing. I am not going to stop focusing on Lily in any capacity. I think it's important to shine a light on her activities. I'm not going to make it my channel. My channel is always going to be video essays first and foremost. Media discussion first and foremost. I don't like talking about allegations about people. I like to talk about arts, analysis, and storytelling. I do not want to talk about crime or ongoing investigations. That's not what I want to do. But I do think Lily is dangerous. Both in the critical world and in the real world, personally. Lullaby, thank you for the super chat. I don't know anything about the allegations. I'm only here for the criticism. What did she even do? Is it relevant? Well, in my intentions, from what I talk about, it's not relevant. My focus has always been on media opinions, and that alone. Is it relevant in general? I'll tell you my opinion on it. I think that she's done things that are horrible and gets away with it. I think she needs therapy, a lot of therapy, for what she's done. I think that she claims that she was... Every time anyone has ever come forward by abuse about her, and several different people have come forward of being abused by her, she Uno reverse cards it. Oblivion Blade, thank you for the super chat. As someone that is really deep in the Lily rabbit hole, this mother hubber still doesn't have a bottom. Yeah, I thought she would at least not try to shit where she eats, where she wouldn't want to try sending copyright strikes to people who criticize her. But apparently I was wrong. I overestimated how sensitive, how thick a skin she had. Here's the thing. Lily is in danger. That is true. She is in danger of many things in life, but she has attacked people and hurt people. And again, what Courtney has said, if what Courtney has said is 100% accurate, which I believe it to be, I believe Courtney. I think Courtney is right. But legally, I can't say she is right. I have to say I believe she's right. Let's say I believe. If you believe everything Courtney says, then what Lily has done in her lifetime is horrendous. And again, I've talked to Courtney. She said quite a few things. Yeah, no. If that's true, Lily is a monster, in my opinion. And I don't feel sympathy for monsters. Oh, my goodness. I take this very seriously, this topic. Assault of any variety, I take very seriously. Anyway. Miles Lee, thank you for the super chat. Anthony, as a newish viewer, I'd like to see you analyze United 93 at some point. That movie has such an extensive undertone to it. I myself yet to unravel. United 93, that's the 9/11 movie, right? That's where the flight that they stopped, right? That's a topic I have a strong feeling about, 9/11. As someone who was in New Jersey as a kid, North Jersey, so right nearby New York City, I saw the skyline during that. I've kind of avoided a lot of 9/11 media because that topic is still deeply upsetting to me. I would do an analysis of it, but I think it's a topic I still find very hard to talk about, 9/11. But I would be down for talking about it. It'd be, if I have a hard time discussing it, that means I make a good essay, which is always fun. Dango Bengal, thank you for the super chat. Why is Robots an anti-capitalist film? I haven't seen Robots in years. I'll be honest with you. I gotta revisit it. It's been ages since I've seen that one. I saw it when I was a kid. So I'm not the one you want to talk to right now about the themes of the movie. I know I remember it being anti-capitalist, the same way I know that Ants is like kind of anti-communist, but I digress. Anyway. Oh, Bengal. I'm sorry, not Bengal. Bengal. I'm so sorry. Bengal. I'm so sorry. Bengal. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Bengal. Wow, I cannot do words today. Wow. Listen, people have been clowning on me for saying Silphco is Slivco, okay? I screw up pronunciation all the time. I might as well just be like a dyslexic at this point. I'm not dyslexic, but like I misread words all the time. It's terrible. I'm really bad. Okay, so yeah, so again, the problem is with Lily is that has bad opinions. That's true, and those are worth discussing. She's also maybe a terrible person. Oh, robot. Oh, not robots. Warhammer. Oh no, I'm not getting the Warhammer again. My friends clown on me all the time for knowing nothing about Warhammer. It's terrible. I'm very minimal knowledge of Warhammer. What I know is cool, but I'm no lore expert on Warhammer. That's a topic I am. Probably Devon is Donev. Yeah, you're probably right. Donev. Yeah, that's probably it. So what comes now? What comes now with everything? Well, the first and foremost of all this is that what you gotta do, what we gotta do is this. Lily is not going to stop until we destroy her channel. I think that Lily is going to keep screwing up. Do you say tomato? I say tomato. I say tomato too. Because you know, tomato sauce. All that good shit. So Lily's whole thing is she's going to keep doing what she does, and she's going to harm people unless we, not we, I'm not making it like an objective, but I am saying that we should continue to criticize her work if she's wrong. If she's right, we won't, but we have to keep putting the pressure on. Because, and not just with Lily, but media in general, we have to engage with criticism in general. We have to engage with takes. We have to engage with ideas, and not just for the, but not for the channels in specific. It's for the media at large. A Place Further in the Universe was a show that existed in the 2018 and faded from public consciousness for a while. Petunia Meadows, thank you for the super chat. How much money will you take to review 40K media? Probably very little. I'm very mercenary. But it depends on the media. Meonion, thank you for the super chat. I know we're not in happy hour yet, but going back to my Jinro requests a while back, to what extent does media like Jinro and Legends of the Galactic Heroes inadvertently fetishize fascism despite being anime that is left? Well, that's a good question, actually. I don't know how to explain that entirely. That would require a long time to discuss, but I do think that shows like that do have an angle to them that does highlight the beauty of fascism, but by showing fascists as a body of work that is fascist, because fascism by its nature often incorporates imagery that makes you want to join up with them. By just showcasing that media uncritically, that's doing fascism's work. But Legends of Galactic Heroes and Jinro are both anti-fascist. So, to an extent, there's some audience that will always see that imagery and go, I want to be like that. But most people, I assume, see the show for what it is and see, oh, these people are actually terrible. I would never want to do that. But you're always going to have a demographic of people with the messaging of the story goes over their heads. Brianna, I feel my heart racing. Oh, I hope not. I hope you're okay. Truth, Hope, Loves. Thank you for the super chat. So, serious question. Do we really want to kill her channel? Like, get her deleted off the internet? I do. At this point. I would like that. Because she attacked me first. And she attacked Sai. That's the thing. Had she just taken criticism like a normal YouTuber and grown from it, or ignored it, that would have been fine. But she tried to destroy both my channel and Sai's channel in a vicious attack. She did not know that copyright striking these videos one at a time, that all at once would result in one copyright strike. She wanted blood. And so she will get blood. She wanted to take my channel down and Sai's channel. Well, now her channel is at risk. I tried to be nice. I tried to be polite. I tried to help you. I tried to give you a chance to escape, but you just didn't take it. You refused. Because you wanted us gone. Someone like that is too dangerous to be allowed to stay on this platform. If she tries this again, her channel is done because she will be abusing copyright strikes knowingly. and publicly against people who have a platform now. She can't just bully people anymore. She would bully small channels all the time. As she put it herself, she's done this many times. No, not again. We're not doing this again. She deserves, if she does this continuously, she deserves to feel the consequences of her own actions. If you can't take what you dish out, you should never have done it in the first place. Favorite asylum film? Bengal, thank you for the super chat. Favorite asylum film? Also, Digimon is super gay. I agree about Digimon being super gay. It's a very queer show. Love it. Favorite asylum film? I'm assuming you mean Asylum the Company. I like their Sherlock Holmes movie, actually. I think it was quite good. But if you mean a movie that takes place in an asylum, the answer is Session 9, which is a very, very underrated horror film. I think you should really watch Session 9 if you haven't seen it already. Like, let's look at it this way. The way I see it is this. Lily wanted us done. She gave Sai 2 strikes. And the only reason she stopped, I think, was out of cowardice. So no. No, I'm not done yet. Because she did something that's very hard for anyone to do. She managed to piss me off. That's hard to do. Congratulations, Lily. You have ticked me off. Wait, hang on. Did I read me on it? Yes, I did. I read me on the end super chat, so I just double checked to make sure I did. Yeah, so Lily, you got me angry. And now, that's it for you. Because I will never stop until you are off the platform. That being said, you're not going to be the only point in my life. Obviously not. That would be ridiculous. A lot of cool things are coming up down the pipe. But I will be keeping an eye out for June the King's video. And if I ever catch wind of you trying to bully another channel like this, like say Crim, I'm going to tag Team YouTube and I'm going to talk to them. I've already talked to them. And I'm going to talk to them some more if you keep doing this. That is the point of no return, Lily, that you have been seeking all this time. You finally found someone to piss off who had no interest in ever causing you any dissatisfaction in anything. You gave Sai 2 strikes. You gave me 1. That was 1 too many. Of course, I will never strike your channel. Never. I would never do anything you've done to me. All I'm going to do is allow the consequences of your own actions to go against you. You will be brought down by your own statements, your own words. And if they haven't already been locked out of copyright striking other channels, then guess what, Lily? I'm going to react to something else. And I'm going to wait for you to try taking it down. Brianna, thank you for the super chat. This is intense. I'm hugging my plushies to calm down. I'm sorry if I'm upsetting you. I really am. Now listen. Oh, Moist Critical has a video too? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. We tagged him tons of times online. Look, here's the thing. You did this to yourself. It wasn't me. It was all you. You were the only one who made your life tough. Because you had to attack people who were being kind to you, who were being fair to you. We have been nothing but kind in return to you. We have been criticizing you gently. I will never say something that is unfair. But if you react and try taking down any more content, then your channel's gone. That's simple. Wait, Moist Critical did video in Lily Orchard. Let me take a look at that. 1 second. That can't be right. There's no way. No, there's no video in Lily Orchard. Okay. I was seeing chat say that Moist Critical made a video. There's no way. There's no way. Now, Crimson Ender has a video coming out, a stream coming out on the 15th, so in 2 days. Roughly the same start time as this stream, about Lily Orchard not being a leftist, because Lily Orchard is not a leftist. She's not a liberal. She's not a leftist. She's basically just only in it for herself. She's not politically inclined with anything. She's just Lily. And, I tagged Moist Critical multiple times when I first got copyright struck by Lily. I think he takes that topic very seriously. And, yeah, I'm not... Lily, here's the thing. It takes a lot to get me mad. You found a way. You found a way. Lily's very conservative. She's not a liberal. She's not a leftist. She's a pretty conservative. I wouldn't say a moderate. I think she's in it for Lily. Lily is only in it for herself, and that's it. There's nothing else that she's interested in. Yeah, so that's that. Oblivion Blade, thank you for the super chat. I will say it many times. Lily used to be small enough that if she just shut up, kept her head down, or backed off, she'd have gotten away scot-free. But now, here we are. Yeah, here we are. She's managed to piss off enough people consistently, cruelly. And, yeah. I don't endorse that. In fact, it pisses me the fuck off. And, yeah, whatever happens, happens. Lily, you have made an enemy for life. But I'd forgive you if you asked for it. But you won't. Because you're too arrogant. That's the problem, Lily. But again, here's the good news. I'm not going to harp on this forever because I think grudges are dangerous and bad. I think that the next few weeks of content is going to be exciting, and I have some really cool ideas planned out for the rest of the month. Some really exciting stuff ahead. I think one thing, and the stream is still going on. We're not closing out. We have a few more topics to discuss. I do want to talk about D23, and I want to talk about Rachael Lillis. But I think it's important to note that she is, well, Blue Bow, thank you for the super chat. Are you Jotaro Kujo? Maybe. Who knows? No, I wouldn't say that. But, like, still. Have I ever read Would You Cover Irredeemable by Mark Waid? I've read it. I've read some of it. Yeah, I'd cover that. Why not? Sounds fun. Sergeant Snuff, thank you for the super chat. Would you ever analyze / watch The Simpsons? Characters are surprisingly well written. Also, ashamed to say I share names with Lily. Lily is a beautiful name. Don't worry, you're fine. But Simpsons, yeah, I'd be down for analyzing The Simpsons. I love Simpsons. They're a great it's a great very entertaining saga, essentially. The comedy is great, the jokes are great, the characters are great. It's evolved and changed over the years. I think it's hard to do an angle that Super Eye Patch Wolf hasn't already covered. I think he kind of has like the best couple of essays on The Simpsons ever. But I'd be down for that. It'd be fun. Sorry. A lot of talking, my throat gets dried up. Topin, thank you for the super chat. Don't have a lot to add to the conversation here. Just remember, folks, don't cling on to a mob mentality, even if it's justified. Spite is a hell of a drug. 100% agree. 100% agree. That's important to note. We're not here to harp on Lily forever. The best victory against Lily, after all, is a life well lived. And we have a lot of good things coming down the pike. Because, quite frankly, even if I just make a video to spite Lily by existing, I would never do that. But what I would do is make some really good stuff. And this week I have a lighter essay, but next week I have some good things coming down the pipe. And I have some really exciting stuff planned for October. I'm going to be doing a lot of scary movie essays. I have been talking to all my friends about this. I'm trying to drag... I've already convinced Jazzy to read a few things from Stephen King. There's a lot going on that I'm excited to do, and I can't wait to show you what I have planned. This week, it's a lighter video essay with talking about a certain movie franchise, getting a follow-up at the end of the week. Kind of narrows it down right there, doesn't it? And the next week, we have some more things coming up. But, yeah, no, I'm excited. There's a lot of good things coming ahead, and I think that there is some incredible pieces of media we're going to be discussing. But I do want to talk about a few things else aside from Lily, one of which is D23. Very briefly, let's go over D23. Because I made a video about Disney, and I feel like nothing that happened countered that at all. Okay, so here's Disney sites. So D23 this year came this whole weekend. I timed my video to release during D23. And quite frankly, everything was kind of underwhelming except for one thing. That being Villain Land. This I like. I like this concept. Villain Land at Walt Disney World, that's kind of cool. Everything else, predictable. Very predictable. All the same things. Everything I said would probably happen. They're still going through with their removal of Dinosaur Land USA, which is depressing. I love that park. I don't think it works with Animal Kingdom. Monsters Inc. Land's coming to Hollywood Studios. That's cool. I like this Roller Coaster Land. That's all right, but it's depressing. The Beaver movie that Pixar is doing looks really cool, though. I'm a chiller. Thank you for the super chat. Lily Orchard, when her conflictless coffee shop AU doesn't have God of War in it. Yeah, it's... I don't get why she loves God of War so much. Like, she really adores that thing. So the Villain Land is an expansion to Magic Kingdom in Orlando. I believe it's being built beyond Big Thunder Mountain, if you know what that is in the parks. But I'm not positive. I don't think it's replacing anything. They're also making a section in Frontierland where it's going to be Cars themed, which okay. I have no opinion on Cars whatsoever. Almost every single movie pitch they had bores me. I don't like any of the movies that they're coming out with. I think that... that's not true. I think I'll like the Star Wars stuff, because I think that... But I knew about that already. Like, nothing new was announced that was interesting. Like, I think that Mandalorian and Grogu I'm going to enjoy, probably. Andor Season 2 I'm going to love. Skeleton Crew looks great, but I already thought it looked great to begin with. And I'm excited for what Marvel's coming out with, because it's Marvel, and I think they have some good stuff coming out with. But the Beaver movie that Pixar is doing is the one thing they announced that looks interesting, because it's not what I expect. It's a movie about a girl, who puts her brain inside a beaver. And it's kind of cool, because it's so ridiculous. There's some imagery of this Beaver movie too. Let me get some shots of it here. Beaver movie, Pixar. Yeah, Hoppers. It's called Hoppers. Let me get some. Here we go. So here we go. So, Beavers and We Bare Bears creator team up on Hoppers, a beaver brain swapping comedy. So, We Bare Bears and Pixar are working together. That's already kind of cool. And here's some like artwork for it. It looks like the chaotic kind of gremlin energy I love. I'm intrigued. I kind of want to see this. This looks fun. It looks goofy. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be enjoyable to say the least. Furry version of Get Out. Yeah, that's basically it. Brianna, bye-bye. See you on your next gameplay stream. You're really helping me through my scary mental health scares. And God bless you and your amazing friends. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Brianna, my next gameplay stream will be sometime this week for a Pokemon Heart Gold. If you have not seen my Pokemon Heart Gold stream, please watch it. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna be playing through Pokemon the Nuzlocke for Heart Gold all the way through. It'll be a lot of fun. Chat decides names of Pokemon. We had a ton of fun last time, and we're gonna have a ton of fun next time, I think. Dango, thank you for the super chat. The MCU is anti-Romani and weirdly anti-Semitic. Yeah, I think that's a whole discussion. I'm neither Romani nor Jewish, so I'm not the right person to talk about that topic. But there is a bizarre tendency for Marvel to not cast Romani actors for Romani roles. It started with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, both of whom are Romani characters, because they're descendants of Magneto, who is in part Romani. At the time, Magneto, they've since retconned it. And Dr. Doom, he is from Latveria, which is a Romani people. His mother is, I think, canonically a Romani. And they cast Dr. Doom and they cast Robert Downey Jr., who is not Romani, as Dr. Doom. Any hints of Judaism in the MCU has been kind of suppressed as well. Moon Knight, for example, is a Jewish character whose Jewish faith is only briefly brought up in one episode. But again, even that's kind of sidelined a little bit. And again, there is the giant elephant in the room of Sabra. It's the whole big thing. Truth, Hope, Love, thank you for the super chat. So you missed it, but Hopper sounds like Avatar. That's fair. It does a little bit. Octo Ari, thank you for the super chat. If Lily Orchard was just honest about wanting to do the sex with Gardevoir, I would respect her so much more than I currently do. At least furries are honest. Yeah, entirely. Listen, like what you like. You know what? Have fun with it. Life is too short. Enjoy it while it lasts. But just be honest about it. And yet, Sabra, they've confirmed is now going to be a Black Widow. So they're changing her from her original origin, which, okay, cool. Doesn't change the origins of the character, and that's still a problem. It's a whole big thing. Brianna, thank you for the super chat. I love male Gardevoir because it gives me feelings of empowerment and solidarity. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, gender nonconformity is a thing. Everyone, there's a gender expression and gender identity are two different things. And you know what? Life is a whole ball of events and experiences. I love Gardevoir. Gardevoir is a great Pokemon. Why are people against Sabra? Well, Sabra is... How do I even get into this one? Dango, thank you, super chat. Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm's is Jack Kirby's Jewish self-insert. Yeah, and they've always... And again, this isn't so much Marvel. This is Fox just as much. But they've always kind of sidelined Ben Grimm's Jewishness, which is a whole thing. Sabra is a Israeli soldier, essentially. An Israeli government superhero. And as such, because of the, let's be blunt, genocide happening in Palestine right now, a lot of people feel it's in poor taste to make Sabra in the show, in Captain America Brave New World. It's a whole minefield. I don't want to really get into it because I have seen arguments saying that Sabra is meant to satirize the nationalism of that some Israelis feel. I've seen some people think that it's basically IDF, which is a whole thing. I've seen people post pictures of the Hulk attacking Sabra because of the political divide. It's a whole discussion, and people who are more informed than I am have said it more in detail. Yes. So, answering some super chats here. Dingo, this is why I'm afraid of the MCU Fantastic Four adaptation. Fair point. Meow Neon, isn't Sabra technically IDF? Because that makes sense. Yeah, I think she's IDF, I'm pretty sure. If I recall correctly. The problem also is the divide between representing Jewish folklore, Jewish belief, and Israeli nationalism, which are two different things. A government is not a religion. The problem is people conflate the religion for the government, and that's where things get very messy, because people will say things that are that go against the actions of a government body, but target religious minorities. So it's a very messy situation, and it's not something you have to really tread delicately. And the MCU is not known for always treading delicately. And that's not even getting to Gal Gadot, because quite frankly, it's a whole other discussion. Isn't it also a hummus brand? Yeah, it's also a hummus brand. Yeah, Sabra is also a hummus brand. That is true. The hummus is good though. I don't know if they have any ties with any government bodies, but again, it's tricky because we're dealing with government actions. When criticizing a government, you don't want to criticize the individual people outside the government. That's where things get messy. You don't want to use anti-Semitic language to criticize a government. That's bad. But you also should criticize governments who are doing things that are bad. And you shouldn't just, ignore that because of the religious ties the government has. You need to be able... All government bodies should be criticized. Let's be blunt about it. They should be. And the fact of the matter is that this particular government is committing genocide. Just outright. So that's what it is. Completely. I've always been very much in favor of people who are being attacked by the government or hurt by the government. And I stand by that. People of Palestine are being, and again, being against the Israeli government's actions is not the same as being anti-Semitic. Please do not be anti-Semitic. That is bad. Horrible, actually. Dango, thank you for the super chat and to save me from that conversation. Ben's faith is the reason he's the moral anchor of the Fantastic Four. Yeah, Ben Grimm is fantastic. He is one of my all-time favorite characters. And I really hope that you do him justice. Criticism is the point of the First Amendment. You should always criticize your government. Always be critical. Never, ever allow your government a free pass, wherever your country might be. Always be critical. No matter what. Criticism of the government is one of the rights that we have as people. You should always exercise that right of criticism. Just do not attack minorities. Please do not attack people. Attack governing bodies. Do not hurt individual people. Yeah, and many Jewish populations are criticizing the Israeli government as well. To be anti-Semitic means you're attacking them too. Do not do that. Brianna, thank you again for the super chat. You've been very generous tonight. Girahim from Skyward Sword is dear to my heart because he introduced me to AMAB femininity, and I hope it's not weird to say I feel deep romantic feelings for him. You're allowed to like who you like. I don't get it, but whatever you feel, honestly, you're valid. Whatever it is, just I don't personally understand it. Girahim, I think is a great villain, though. I think he's a great villain. But I don't get it. But hey, do not let my opinions affect your opinions of media at all. Great character, a lot of complex feelings there. Zinni Ombine, thank you for the super chat. Sorry, bad with names. I'm not a fan of the government. 30 on 30. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, always be critical of the government. That's what it comes down to. Lullaby, thank you for the super chat. As a Jew, 1, Israel is very complicated. 2, why can't we have a hero based on the golems or King David or any cool Jewish folklore? Anyway, screw genocide and Nazis. Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, actually, you know what? Now you say that, would Ben Grimm be a hero based on the golem? Because I know the Jewish folklore of the golem is he is a, made of clay, and they inscribe the words of life on his forehead, I believe, and breathe life into him. Ben Grimm could be a golem reference, but I also think that golems, I mean, the golem has a history in media in general. And again, this ties in with D&D. A lot of D&D golems are weird, but like, I think the golem as an entity of folklore, that was one of the first like myths and legends. Well, I say myths, but Judaism obviously is a religion, not a myth. But the myth of the golem specifically, I have heard people discuss. He's a member of Creature Commandos. The golem is a member of the Creature Commandos. That's cool. I'm happy about that. I think that the golem in general is there's a lot of potential there for modern reinterpretations. The movie The Golem is one of the great silent films of the 1920s. Let me see if I can get a picture of it. The Golem. If you haven't seen The Golem, it's a masterpiece of old cinema. And in many, actually, it's funny is there's multiple prequels to The Golem. The Golem was actually, right here. This is the Wikipedia article for it. The Golem is a fascinating figure in film history as well, and horror history as well. He is a figure who, the movie The Golem from 1920, it's actually the third Golem film they made in Germany in the silent era. The first being called The Golem from 1915, and The Golem and the Dancing Girl. But both of those early films were lost. 1920 Golem is a third film in the trilogy, but it's also the only one we have left. So many people don't even realize it is a trilogy that came before it. It's quite interesting, honestly. Any ideas for my next video? Yes, my next video is already in the works. It's currently going to be about... It's going to be about aliens. I'm talking about aliens next. As for next week's video, I am currently asking my Discord about what the best topic that I have in mind should be. It's the Frankenstein's monsters part of Creature Commandos. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. So we are going to be... I have my Discord a little vote going on right now for some ideas. I'm leaning towards one that isn't actually winning the poll, so I might just choose that instead, but it is good to see what people are thinking, and there's a lot of people who have a lot of strong opinions, and I'm happy about that. King Solomon would be a great character to have a movie about. King Solomon's a fascinating historical figure. Religious figure as well. Aliens, the franchise. Not the concept. We're talking xenomorphs. We're talking predators. Be fun. So Captain Marvel, Shazam, does have the powers of King Solomon, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's bring this up real quick. Not real quick. I think it's important to discuss this in detail. I think it's time to discuss this because it's kind of horrible. Okay, let's talk about Rachael Lillis. Yeah, let's talk about this for a second. Okay. Oh, Mystic Blue, thank you for the super chat. I heard mythology talk and Pokemon. Yeah. That's another topic as well. I'm so sorry I missed the super chat. I was getting a little sidetracked. Mythology and Pokemon. That's a good topic too. I think I will talk about that as well because that's a whole discussion. The mythological ties with Pokemon and all that. I might just do that as a topic too. It's not a bad idea. So let's be a little serious for a second. Let's be serious. Let's talk about Rachael Lillis, who passed away just this weekend. Uh, yeah, this is a tough one. This is a depressing topic. This is one of the things where, like, I want to talk about this because it means a lot to me personally, and I think it means a lot to everyone else as well. Yeah, cancer. She has a long career in voice acting. People don't even realize how long it is. Obviously, she played Misty and Jessie, of course. She was in all of the Smash Brothers games as Jigglypuff. She, yeah. Look, I'll be honest with you. This is not really an easy word to sum up everything because it just is so much to feel here. Like, look at these roles. There's such a massive legacy. Of course, most people know her from Pokemon as Misty and Jessie, or Utena. And it's actually really depressing because Utena, both voice actors for Utena died at similar ages from cancer, and it's really heartbreaking. Hunter x Hunter, Fate's Day Night, Your Lie in April, Berserk. Again, just looking at her list of roles, of course Jessie, of course Misty. Every time those show up, you have to admit those are the big ones. And keep in mind, Pokemon was around for so long. She was in so many episodes of Pokemon. She was the principal in Winx. Yeah, that was a thing as well. If you haven't seen Genshiken, that's worth watching. It's a great, great little anime. Midori Days. Oh my god, where the guy's hand is like. Oh, that was a good one. She was in the Slayers as well. Torchic. She was, of course. A lot in the early days. DNA 2. It's an old. I haven't heard that one in years. Alien 9, another one. Ape Escape 2, where her and Veronica Taylor were like, kind of playing the same roles as Ash and Misty. Cubics. Gale Force, Skull Force. His and Her Circumstance. That's one I haven't seen in years. Just a lot of these. Of course, Princess Charlotte, again. Important to note that. Berserk. Anyone who has any connection to Berserk, I always have like an affinity for because they're fantastic. Midori Days does not exist. Well, it kind of does, unfortunately, for better or worse. Oh, Mattel Legend. Oh yeah, Queen Prometheum. There we go. If you ever watch any of these, that's fantastic. Of course, Utena, which is one of the best. Boogie Pop Phantom. I forgot she was in that. Night of the Galactic Railroad again. Classic. Cubics. Great. The Slayers. A bunch of characters in the Slayers. Pokemon Puzzle League. That was a fun one. Yeah, she was in Karikano. Yeah, which is a great series, which is underrated nowadays. The Irresponsible Captain Taylor. Oh, it's been ages since I've seen that one. I love that. Harlock Saga. Again, a lot of those. Joannic Princess. Pokemon. The Slayers next. Freaking love that series so much. Yeah, and before Pokemon 2, Evolution Girl Utena. Pokemon. Voltage Fighter. Slayers again. Kids WP. There you go. But yeah, Pokemon was her big thing. That was her big first hit. But she was in Hunter x Hunter. She was in a lot of that. And it's like Green. Oh, Green's a tough one. She wasn't in Green, was she? That was a rough series. Now and Then, Here and Now. What an underrated show that is. It's so heartbreaking. That's a great one. I don't know what I have to say. Like, I don't know what to say. It feels so selfish to be like saying it meant a lot to me personally. 'Cause it meant a lot to a lot of people. People who knew her personally. Like, a person passed on. Like, it's just sad, you know? Like, it's just depressing. Like, you look at this massive career, like such a great career, playing some of those iconic characters of all time, like a beloved figure in so many lives. And again, the Utna dub isn't great. Like I was seeing a story, from one of the guys, I think the editor, the founder of Anime News Network, where he was saying how when he wrote his first review on Utna, and Rachael Lillis actually sent him an email asking him for more feedback. Dango, no, she is not in green. I'm just cursing you. That's valid. Okay, good. For a second, I was gonna say green's rough. Anyway, so he got an email from Rachael Lillis asking for more feedback about her role to make sure she did it better, because she wanted to be even better than she was before and improve and keep doing better and better and better. And yeah, you know what? Oh, she was Shiori. I forgot about that. I forgot she was Shiori. Like, it's just sad because, you know, these figures, these people, it's funny, right? Because you grow up, and so young. I was seeing some debate on whether she was 46 or 55, but it doesn't matter. That's still too young to die of cancer, all right? She should be at least 88. At least. And every story I've heard about her says this makes her sound like the nicest person. Like, she seemed beloved by every single person who's ever worked with her or worked, you know, around her. Obviously a beloved figure among young anime fans. Like, she was young. Just fucking cruel, man. It just sucks. It just fucking sucks, man. Because, like, you know, and obviously I donated to the Kicks Fund, to the GoFundMe. I mentioned doing streams, and like you kind of think like, oh, maybe you could have donated something more, or maybe if they, but like, cancer is one of those things that's just like horrendous. She has a credit list as big as Japanese VAs. Literal legend. Yeah, agreed. Baichi, thanks for super chat. Yeah, no, it's heartbreaking because, you know, you see this great career and then fuck. I was reading up an account from who does the wonderful Dealey Ketchum and Jesse ships. Apparently she brought fan art that she had drawn to a convention. This is right before Rachael Lillis really got bad for her with the cancer. And she brought it up to Veronica Taylor and Eric Stewart. That's just James's voice actor's name, Brock's voice actor's name, to sign. And they all signed it, and you know, oh, that's cool. And then she brought it up to Rachael Lillis, who actually recognized her. Like, it took a little bit of time. Saw the fan art, asked if it was a print, and then she's like, "Wait, are you that?" You know, because she had actually seen the fan art and thought it was like adorable and shit and stuff. Yeah, no, it's. Delia? Did I say delay? No, Delia Ketchum. Delia and Jesse. Yeah, I feel like I should. That's the thing. One of my ideas for a video essay was do a video on Misty for next week. But like, I'm a little hesitant about this because like, I feel like I don't have the words to articulate it correctly. Like, even now, I thought, oh, I'm going to say something nice and talk about memories, but I have no words. It's just really sad. And I never even met her. Like, I never know I didn't know this person at all. I knew her voice. That's it. But, like, I feel such a well of sadness over this. Like, genuine sadness. And I never even met her. I don't know what her family feels like. I don't know what her friends feel like. They must have been devastated. Like, that's got to be, like, the worst. So I feel selfish saying anything. That's like, I feel so sad. It just avoids my childhood. Like, that's selfish of me to say that. People who knew her are mourning much worse than I could ever mourn. And it's also kind of wild because it's also the 10th anniversary of Robin Williams' death. And, like, that's a death that's like I'll be honest with you, Pokemon is one of those things where, like, growing up, without Pokemon, I wouldn't be here right now in terms of, like, discussing media, because that got me into, like, deep diving into storytelling, like, deep diving into, like, the Japanese stuff that hadn't come out yet. I was, like, diving into it, like, consuming it like a fiend. And, like, yeah, no, it just sucks. Cancer is awful. Cancer is the worst. Like, it's one of those things, like, there's nothing. I have nothing positive to say in this situation. It's just sad. It's just depressing. There's nothing joyous. There's nothing good. It's just misery. It's good knowing that she was loved, and I'm glad that she knew she was so loved. That's something that is nice. But, like, you shouldn't. You should still be alive. Mystic Blue, thank you for the super chat. In Judaism, it's taught to mourn the loss for a year, and then after, when those memories of them come up, they should not bring you sadness. Let them be blessings to keep them alive in spirit and memory. That's a beautiful sentiment. That's a beautiful thing to say. It's a good belief. Keep them alive in spirit and memory. That's a great thing. I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you for saying that. And it's funny because these are celebrities. These aren't people I know personally, but you feel like you bring them into your life, right? We bring the parasocial thing we talk about with internet culture now a lot. You know, people on, like, even the stream to an extent. But, like, the parasocial component is, like, we don't talk about that enough. And it's, like, disturbing how often we go into. Remember the peak of Neon, thank you for the super chat. Remember the rumored Peekaboo days? Takes me back. Oh, Peekaboo. That was. Do you remember that story? Those rumors that when they would have Meryl show up and they'd call it, like, the evolved version of Pikachu, like an alternate evolved version of Pikachu, and like a Raichu then Peekaboo. Like, it was a whole thing. That's something I'd love to discuss too. Just the weird things that we bought into when watching Pokemon back in the day. People don't give themselves enough time to mourn, I feel. We kind of brush over it. Anyway. So, I've really covered the big. Oh, crap. I got something in my eye. Shit. I'm not crying. I got something in my eye. I covered all the things I want to talk about in this stream right now. I don't have much else to say. I'm probably going to end it shortly because. Sorry about that. Anyway. Truth, Hope, and Love. Thank you for the super chat. Do you know Rachel did a few Pikachu voices when they couldn't get Otani's voice? Yeah, I did know that, actually, which is kind of wild. Sorry about that. Touch my eyes a little, hands a little oily. Touch my eyes real quick. Baichi, thank you for the super chat. There is no true death as long as you are remembered. That's true. That's a good point. Oil. I got like I think I got like whiskey in my eye. That's what I think it is. I was touching the cup. It spilled in the cup. So that's what I'm thinking it is. Ah, damn. Damn. Sorry about that. It's totally not. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm going to end stream shortly. Meow, man. Okay. Meowth is great. I love Meowth. Yeah, no. It's sad. It's very sad. Anyway, thank you, everyone. We had a massive chat today, but I feel like It's raining. Yeah. Yeah. I don't see any rain outside. Yes, it is. Where's Colonel Mustang? Oh, Colonel Mustang. There we go. Anyway. No, I'm not. I swear I'm actually not crying. That's the only eye. That's the problem. Ah, fuck. It's driving me crazy. Anyway. So that's that. Sorry for this day was a dour stream. Between anger and sadness, there's not a whole lot of joy right now. But I will be streaming again later this week to discuss the Pokemon Nuzlocke. I will be finding a day for that. I am also going to be doing Pokemon Puzzle League. I remember that was such a good game. I will also be doing a recording for a podcast that I'm going to be being interviewed for. Details to come on that. I'm just arranging it. Hopefully it all works out. Be fun to do. And I may be popping up other streams in the future too. But yeah, no, that's. And then we post a Discord link for anyone who's joined as a member. Thank you so much. Shortly. But yeah, I'd like to just point out that this is the beginning of a lot of great stuff. I have so much I want to cover and so much I want to share with all of you in the weeks and months to come. And I'm excited to do all of that with you. Yes, this whole thing with Lily Orchard is a mess, but I'm happy that some of you have come to see my channel as a result of it, and hopefully you can enjoy some cool stuff I've done the pipe. I have a lot planned, and I'm so excited to share it all with you in the weeks and months to come. And there may be murmurings about another Lily reaction, specifically involving a certain June the King video. How many stocks does Anthony really have in stock? I'm not going to talk about finance right here. Yeah, no. Don't compare me to Mr. Rogers, please. Mr. Rogers was a saint. I'm not a saint. Mr. Rogers was incredible. I don't want to be built in that high capacity. Anyway, I'm so glad you were all able to join, and yeah, no, I'm glad we were able to end on a positive note, if anything. Even sadness is positive in the end. And I hate being angry. I'm not going to live in anger. What I am going to do is live in my work and produce something cool for all of you in the weeks to come. But join us for the Pokemon Nuzlocke when I start it again. Subscribe if you aren't already to make sure you hear when that happens. And yeah, I really appreciate all you being here. It's just a delight. Thank you so much. My throat is now dry and parched as sand, and I'm going to spend the next hour drinking water and getting whatever is in my eye out of it. So thank you so much. I deeply appreciate it. I deeply mean that. Thank you.